Eats baby out.
I hate that sentence.
He literally eats the baby out of her stomach.
Yes, we understand, and you also know the bleh of it.
I mean, well, you're focusing on the wrong word in the eats the baby out.
Right. Okay. You can't say that.
Of her.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Finish the sentence.
Great.
Give me 10 more seconds of that so we can make it a short.
Great. Great
Don't do this to my episode.
Great horror imagery. Period.
Yeah.
The entire third act, excellent horror imagery that has been missing from all of these. Movies.
Sam
wife is in the
commented
comments.
an ellipses. ...
Love it. Honey, we were watching it together. He eats the baby out of her. It's so weird.
Keep saying it.
I hate to say it, but your name's been put on a list.
What's up to all our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the Geek Nation, and thank you for tuning in to Cult Pop Live, episode 144. If you're new here, this is a place where we talk about movies and comics and TV and the viability of supernatural pregnancies. That was my request. And all the things that scratch that nerdy itch. Tonight, we're broadcasting to you live from YoungJunk HQ. YoungJunk! A podcast studio in Philadelphia, PA. We are your hosts for the evening. I am Alice Cullen. You may know me from the other podcast you're obsessed with, Inside the Morgue. Next to me is...
JD of JD's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127. It's a rad-ass comic shop that caters to rad-ass folks out there in the world. And come buy my rad-ass stuff because I want to feed my son and my wife.
Yeah,
In that order.
In that order.
And then if there's some leftovers for me.
Yes.
We gotta keep this kid piled in Wendy's chicken nuggets. My dude loves Wendy's chicken
So
nuggets.
do you and your wife just eat what he doesn't finish? Like
Yes.
the detritus that comes from his mouth?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what we eat on? Yeah.
And on the other side of me tonight is the incorrigible Twilight Saga virgin, Noel.
That's me. I've never seen these movies, and I may never again. So let's make this count.
come
Let's make this
on.
count. That wasn't discouraging. It's just there's a lot of content out there.
There
He
is-
might be dead by tomorrow. We
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, God, no.
Holy shit, that's worse than
That
like
was
me.
so much worse than making him watch Twilight over and over again.
Okay, fine.
Or
I'll
is
watch it again.
Just go into your head.
Was that a threat?
Maybe. There we go. We also want to introduce our main man in the booth, producer.
Hey, it's Terry and
Speaking.
Chris. What's up?
Hey, I have two questions for you, Terry and or Chris. One, if anyone is watching or listening, thank you, wants to know more about YoungJunk HQ, the space and or services, how and why and
You know
should
what?
they inquire?
They should, and they should email Terry at youngjunk.com.
YoungJunk.
Sam C is in the chat
That
saying
escalated.
that escalated.
Yeah, you guys are trying to kill me.
Hey,
I
one more
watched these
question.
movies openly.
Hey, would you rather only eat pizza for 5 years or not eat any pizza for 5 years?
Wow.
Oh wait, hang on. Wait,
All or
hang on,
nothing, baby.
No, hang on. We have to set. I'm a big fan of parameters.
Yeah.
It has to be round pizza. You can't
you can't
vary
switch it up?
You can't be like flatbread or just. It has to be round
Matzo
pizza.
with cheese
It can't be. It can't
and
be.
ketchup.
Can it be different
tomato
types of
pie.
pizza?
It can't be. Yes, different types of pizza, but it has to be the same
can do
format
different
and shape.
toppings.
You can do different toppings.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
absurd.
But you can have different. Honestly, too, I think I'm gonna X out white pizza. It has to be the same style of
That's pizza.
But it's. This has
That's
to be.
just
This has
pizza
to be
without the sauce.
This has to be discouraging in some sort of way.
Oh, okay.
In regards to being
I'll
a
just
hard
be like
choice.
pizza.
Yeah.
I'm fine with pizza.
Nothing else. You can't eat anything else for 5 years.
What
So we're
about garlic knots, which are mostly kind of pizza?
Garlic knot is in no way a pizza.
You also can't. You can't deconstruct
So
a
it's
pizza.
not a pizza place's menu. It's types of pizza with red sauce, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
Buffalo chicken?
What if? Yeah, I
It's
say yes.
gotta have red sauce.
I say no.
Oh, God
Yeah.
damn it, you guys.
You're not going to let me have white pizza.
Because I couldn't do barbecue pizza either. Like it just has to be.
Wait, you're the one setting up this parameter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're making the
I
rules.
couldn't even do barbecue by way of my own
Hang
parameters.
on, you said that as a
Pizza
question.
Yeah.
I was saying and I couldn't do.
I say.
And I couldn't do
say.
barbecue
Meeting
pizza.
you where you were
Yeah.
at.
I see,
He
I
was
see.
like, I also wouldn't do
When
the
I
thing that I like.
The pizza you can only eat for 5 years is basically anything that would be an emoji of pizza. That's
Gotcha.
that's your
Perfect.
parameters.
Perfect.
Okay?
All right. I love that. Okay.
Okay.
So guys, what's
Answer.
it gonna be?
To us. I'm in. I can do pizza.
Huh?
I can do all the pizza. I can go cheese for a month. I could do pepperoni for the next month.
That's
I could
60 more
do
months
meat
left.
lovers. I can do this.
So
And you know
many
what?
months.
Hot pizza, cold pizza, medium temperature pizza. Those are 3 different pizzas.
What if
Tepid
it was
pizza.
only from one pizza
I can
place?
still do it. I can do it. Can I manipulate the pizza?
What if
Can I,
it's-
for example, make it like? Can I cut it into little finger shapes and like fun? Can I microwave it?
I say yes.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
you're a child.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
I
I'll
want to
eat
make
with
it
a fork one
into
night.
But you can't
dinosaur shapes.
But you can't turn it into anything else. Like you can't like scramble it in eggs. Like it
No, but
has
I
to
can
be
stack
just
2
pizza.
little pizzas so that like it's a sandwich, so that my tongue feels it differently.
Yeah, I feel like it won't. It won't feel different.
I can do it.
I'm gonna go with no pizza for 5 years because I could not eat just pizza for 5 years.
I'm gonna agree. Like
Can't do it.
the wide breadth of all other food available forever versus just pizza.
No, I can't do it.
I think I
as
could-
much
I
as
think
I
I could
love
Love
pizza.
pizza.
I think I
But
can do
would get
pizza
so
without.
sick.
Yeah, I think I could do without pizza for 5 years.
Yeah, I could do it. Yeah. Hey, should we continue the show?
Sam hates this.
Yeah. All right. Tonight we're kicking off my favorite month, the spooky month of October, with a continuation of our critically acclaimed, award-winning, and life-saving series called Pop Picks: The Twilight Saga, where we watch, break down, and review every film in the Twilight series, which has been Noel's favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Tonight is our 4th installment where we'll be tackling. Sorry. I can read. I got new glasses. The earth-shattering introduction of Renesmee.
Renesmee.
Or, okay, I'm going to start doing, so I don't know how familiar you are with the Twilight side of TikTok and or Reels.
Let's
the Twilight fan
assume
base,
no.
let's assume no. The Twilight fan base just uses different crazy R words for her name, like regurgitation or resume.
Yeah,
I'll do
Resume.
that.
Rigatoni.
Okay.
I'm going to start just picking different,
R words.
yeah.
Careful.
I know. I realized as soon as it came out of my mouth. Not that one. In the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 1. But before we do that, we're going to talk about what we've been up to this past week.
And hey, remember, if you're here live, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, just like Sam is in the chat. Hit the bell icon. And if you're watching this later when we're not live, when we're cold and 6 feet under, you could still do that stuff. We love a little back and forth, so pipe up in the chat. And if you'd rather, you can send us emails at cultpopgo@gmail.com. Speaking of emails,
We don't have any.
we ain't got shit.
But we have stuff.
We do have the next segment of the show, which I lovingly call What's Poppin', wherein I ask my friends and co-hosts what was poppin' for them this week. It's basically what were you up to when I didn't see you for a week. Hey, Alice,
Oh, I get picked.
you go first. What was poppin' with you this week?
All right, so I kind of cheated because I've watched this thing already, but I watch it every year for the last 2 years when JD introduced it to me. Over the Garden Wall. I watch it
year. Twice.
twice.
When you answered the question, you were like, it's time for the annual, much celebrated,
Yep.
historied
Yeah.
rewatch.
Last
And it's
2
just
years.
the second
Something
one.
you've
No,
watched
this
once.
is the third time.
My bad.
This is the third time. I know it's been out since 2014,
But
but
since this has
I
been
didn't
going on,
find it.
Since it's been going on for so long, do you have traditions related to this earth-shattering event? Like I
Just
wear the
watch
same
it.
thing.
Yeah.
I do like no.
I sit on my couch.
You and your grandkids.
Yeah.
You've been watching it every year for
We
2
Me
years.
and my
what they wore
grandchild
on screen.
regurgitation. Watch it. Yeah, so I walked into JD's shop one time, as I do very often. You all should too. And he had this show on, and
Where's
I was
it
like,
located?
"What the hell is this?" And he was telling me it was Over the Garden Wall, and he said I would love it, and he watches it every fall, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm in." So I've started watching it every fall since 2023.
Yeah, nice. Perfect.
Long
I love it.
time. Long
Long
time.
time.
That's 24 months.
It's
This was-
24 months, 3 more months, or 3 more years without pizza. And then
Created by Patrick McHale and Katie Krentz on an adventure, brothers Wirt and Greg get lost
Greg is
in
the best.
the unknown, a strange forest adrift in time. As they attempt to find a way out of the unknown, they cross paths with a mysterious old woodsman and a bluebird named Beatrice.
it's such a good show.
It's so
It makes
adorable,
me
but
feel
like weird.
cozy and
Yeah.
it's weird and spooky. And every episode's only 10 minutes. So it's so digestible. And there's 10 episodes,
Wait,
10.
every episode's only 10 minutes?
10 or 11 minutes.
No. It's
Yep.
like 15.
I
Holy
watch
cats.
this every year, JD.
Yeah, but so do I. And I did not realize there
Every
were 10.
episode's like 11 minutes long.
That's insane.
And it's so easily digestible. That's
Oh.
why I started watching it later at night on Friday after I got home. I was working swing shift last week, so I didn't get home until 11. And I started watching it. And I watched some episodes, then I went to bed and I watched some more. Like it's good.
Yeah, it's delightful.
It is.
It is. So it is delightful and it's cute and it's charming, but it's also dark and spooky and fall themed. Like it's very October coded.
It's so good.
It's really good.
The animation style is
Each
my
episode is
favorite.
approximately 11 minutes long.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's my
You was
annual
right.
rewatch. Everybody, I'm an expert.
I watched this when it was coming out in 2014, and I've not seen it since.
Is it because you did not enjoy it?
No, I loved it.
Oh, you just haven't gotten back to it.
No, it's very specific. It's a very specific vibe.
I'll invite you over for my next annual rewatch
So next year,
next year.
it's a date.
Yeah,
Let's
But
do
yeah.
it. Are we gonna watch it all in one night? Because
We could.
it's
You
doable.
could.
it's
do.
very
It's just-
doable.
yeah.
It's like a
just,
movie, Wayne.
I'm trying to
110
find the
minutes.
cast. Here we
It's
go.
literally very doable. It's a movie. Yeah.
So Elijah Wood plays Wirt. Melanie Linsky plays
Beatrice.
Beatrice. Christopher Lloyd plays the Woodsman.
The
Do I
cast
need
is
to-
stacked. Tim
John
Curry's in it.
Cleese?
John Cleese is in it.
Bebe Neuwirth.
Bebe.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tim Curry, Thomas Lennon, a lot of folks. So yeah, if you're looking for something to get you into the spooky time feels, Over the Garden Wall.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's like it's agnostic of genre or place and time because
Yeah.
it's modern but also not. But
Yes,
like
very much
so
so.
it's when you watch it, don't try and figure it out. Just watch it.
experience
Just
it.
let it reads like a Miyazaki movie. Just sit down.
Yeah.
Don't
Just sit down.
don't try and overanalyze it. Just let it. It's mostly vibes.
It's very much vibes, and it's great.
I'm trying to think of the song. Is it
Potatoes
and
and
molasses?
molasses.
Yeah. Hey, Noel.
Yeah.
What was up with you this week? What was popping with you this week?
Very. I don't often get to watch shows as they come out. But I've been very, what's the word, fastidious about making sure I watched Peacemaker at 9 p.m. when it drops
All right.
on Thursdays.
Is that because of like
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Mostly because of spoilers. And it's nice too. I've actually been enjoying watching it like it's normal TV.
Yeah.
As opposed to-
what is that called? Appointment viewing,
Yeah.
appointment television. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Appointment-
Thank
appointment
you,
viewing.
voice of God.
It's good. It's good. It's not a retread of season 1. Have you watched any of it yet?
I've seen season 1, but I haven't watched any of season 2.
It's not a retread of season 1. I mean, like they are barely in their costumes.
Oh,
It is more of a character-driven show,
okay.
and it's a lot of people are complaining about that. It's actually pretty cool. The general conceit is just that basically everything that happened in season 1 also happened in the new DCU.
Yeah.
Except the very end with the
With the
Justice League showing up.
Yeah, I saw that they had been edited out and
Yeah,
the
it's funny.
Justice Gang show up
It
instead.
was funny. It was fun.
Yeah.
Because everything
I'm a
still
fan of
happens.
that. I
Okay.
like that.
This one has to do with, Peacemaker has his quantum unfolding door that his father had in the first one where all of the tech is in.
Oh, yes.
You
Yes.
find out there's other doors.
Oh, cool.
He goes through one and it's a better world where Peacemaker isn't a joke. And he goes and hangs out there for a little bit.
Like
and
sliders.
Shit transpires.
Oh.
It's delightful. It's very
Yeah.
funny. And there are lots of spoilers. So like,
Really?
I'm glad I've been watching it
Get into
in real
them now.
time.
Yeah, tell me each one.
Episode 1.
There's a new dance.
Yes, there's a new opening credit sequence, and it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, again, it's the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, the other one was a little bit better.
Yeah.
2 episodes in, I was just like, don't skip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yes.
Yeah.
The intro to the first season was every time. Like I'm just gonna sit here and
Yeah.
watch this whole dance.
My wife is just like, skip it. I was like, no.
How dare you?
Not only is it a great song, look at him dance.
Yeah.
Look at him
Is,
dance.
is someone breathing into the microphone? Do you want to have something to say? No, I guess not.
Yeah, so it's 6 episodes are out now. Episode 6 had a lot of things occur and cameos.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, only like a handful of people have seen the other 2 because it will set up all things DCU going forward.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's setting up the next movie, the next Superman-centered movie.
kidding.
You saw the announcement for that?
Man of Steel.
Man of Tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow. That's right. Yeah.
Which is a Lex Luthor movie
Yes.
that features Superman.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, there was some art that was drawn by Dan Mora and Jim Lee, and it's basically Superman, the David Cornsweat Superman, hanging out with Lex Luthor in his big, super corny and awesome purple and green bodysuit.
Apparently, these are
Armor.
these are the seeds.
Nice.
And they actually have hinted at a couple of them already. I was like, cool.
Are people still mad that the Snyderverse is dead?
The what?
Exactly.
Well,
So you recommend it? Yes.
I recommend it. I was very skeptical. I wasn't really skeptical, but I was wondering how it would work having two tonally completely different things kind of live in the same space. And it works
Wonderful.
because not everyone is the same thing at all times.
Exactly.
So it works just fine.
I felt
Like,
similarly about the Monster Squad. What was it called?
Monster Squad.
No, I'm sorry. In the DC
by Fred
universe.
Decker in
The DC
1994.
universe. That's the one.
Yeah.
Creature Commandos. Yeah. Very different vibes than the rest of the DC universe.
Yeah, but it like characters overlap and it just kind of works. Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I'll tell you what. It's
What is poppin'?
I had heard about this on another podcast called the Filmcast, previously the /Filmcast. And I don't generally watch these little mini documentary series, but this one sounded very interesting. And it is Unknown Number, the High School Catfish, which is a brand new Netflix John, directed by Sky Borgman. A teen girl and her boyfriend faced persistent harassment from an unknown caller. Police investigating the months of torment discover a revelation that upends their initial assumptions.
I have a question just because it's spooky season.
All right.
Was the call coming from inside the house?
I can't answer that.
You can't because it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But I had to say it.
It was
because-
Billy. I
Did he have a cellular telephone?
nice inside joke. Well done. So yeah, the High School Catfish, Unknown Number is riveting. This is a really well, I think, executed documentary because I'm amazed that they got the person who was responsible for all of the shenanigans to be part of the documentary.
Yeah. So that was most of the time, because I saw this also, most of the time when you watch documentaries like this,
They're talking around
less
somebody.
than halfway through, they're talking around somebody.
Yeah.
But everyone involved has their own confessional kind of cutaways.
Yeah.
So when they do reveal the more salacious aspects of it, you've been talking with this person in the movie for an hour now, and they are just a participant, and you're like, it was another level of what is wrong with this person, which is good.
Yeah. So my wife, so we watched it in two chunks. We watched the first half of it just because I thought, I heard it was pretty interesting. Let's check it out. And we watched it and then had to, take Kai to bed or something like that. And I was kind of just fine leaving it there. I was like, this is pretty interesting, but there's other things that I'd rather be watching. But then last night, Sushan was like, let's finish that up. I have a theory. And she told me her theory. Spot on. She clocked it from the first half of the thing,
Dang.
just from the person's eyes. She's like, that person has dead sociopath eyes, and I bet that's it. So yeah, she clocked it, and I was amazed. But what a horrible thing to experience.
Who'd you feel worse for? Without spoiling it.
I feel worse. So there's two people involved. For the crux of the whole thing. It's right. There's a guy, what are they, 14, 13?
When it starts, they're
When
like
they
14.
start, it's 13 or 14 years old, and it's a guy and a gal, and they've been friends, and then they start dating, and then they both start receiving these terrible, horrible messages trying to break them up and saying just the worst things and telling them to unalive themselves and all this stuff. Really bad text messages. And listening to someone else talk about it, I was like, they broke up because of that? That seems ridiculous. I can't believe they broke up. Like, why would you break up? And then watching it unfold, I was like, oh, I kind of get it. I get that. But who do I feel worse for? I think the girl in the situation.
Oh, I mean, I feel bad for the kids in general.
Oh, that's what I mean. I thought you meant of the two kids. Who do I feel worse
just
for?
like in my mind, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 main actors.
Yeah.
The 2 sets of parents and the 2 kids.
Well, there's even a third one who they thought it was the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. She was kind of an asshole.
She was Brick, yeah.
Yeah. And her parents were worse.
Oh.
Like cop dad, who was just an absolute jerk the whole time. And, well, they hate us because we're us. I'm like, no, because you're like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're you.
He's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. You didn't do this, but people are pointing fingers at you because it's plausible.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise anyone.
One of the fathers I felt very, very bad for because his whole world exploded.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, just wild.
This is a story that if it was fictionalized and I watched it in a movie, I'd be like, oh,
That
that's
would never happen.
that's silly. Like, I don't think I buy this. But the fact that it all happened, I was like, nuts.
This is we're live on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. But this is this is why this is one of the reasons why supercomputers in your pockets is probably a fucking horrible thing for our development as a human race.
What?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
I think it's only been good.
No.
So I highly recommend. I think if this sounds interesting to you and horrible, it is both of those things. Check out Unknown Number, the High School Catfish. It's on Netflix right now. Check out Over the Garden Wall, which is on Adult Swim and HBO Max. And then Peacemaker Season 2 on
HBO Max.
Disney Plus. No,
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Nah, I'm sorry. Anyway, should we move on to the meat, the potatoes?
No, I'm not that into it, actually.
Oh, okay, never mind.
We should
I'll go.
Okay. So let's get into it. The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 1, directed by Bill Condon, written by Melissa Rosenberg, who's written all the other ones, starring our usual cast, Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Taylor Lautner, Billy Burke, Peter Facinelli, Ashley Greene, and Nikki Reed.
Lautner or Lautner?
I say Lautner. Or Lautner. Lautner.
'Cause it's spelled
Lautner. Lautner.
It's spelled Launter.
I'm probably wrong. I've had
Lautner?
a drink.
At last, Bella and Edward
I
are
spelled
getting
it wrong.
married. When Jacob finds out that Bella wants to spend her honeymoon as a human, he is horrified, for Edward's passion could accidentally kill her.
With his pee-pee.
Bella-
He
with-
also
with
wants
his
to
pee-pee.
bone Bella.
Yeah. Well, because he's a marble pee-pee.
Bella does
Ice
indeed
cold
survive her
marble.
honeymoon, spoiler alert, but a new complication arises when she discovers that she's pregnant.
Pregnant.
And
That's where babies come from.
and the child is growing at an alarming rate. I was alarmed. The pregnancy,
You were, I was there.
Pregnancy sets the wolves against Bella and Edward, but Jacob vows to protect his friend.
It's like all of it.
Yeah,
That's the whole
that's
movie.
the
That's
movie.
the
We're
whole
done.
thing.
Thank
Yeah.
you for joining us. So Rotten Tomatoes gave it a whopping 26%. Audience score 60%.
Okay.
Metacritic 45 out of 100, and Cinema Score C+.
Take us through it.
Let's
All right.
go.
So first, before we start, I wanted to ask you guys: did you know that the Twilight Saga was originally just supposed to be 2 books?
And I did not know that.
But the story demanded
Yeah, obviously.
more space to breathe
What 2 books?
or to
So,
unbreathe.
let me get into it. It was supposed to be
would-
Twilight and then Forever Dawn. Originally, Meyer wrote a book titled Forever Dawn, which was a direct sequel to Twilight. While the basic storyline remained the same, Forever Dawn was narrated completely from Bella's point of view, whereas the book, Breaking Dawn, first third is Bella, middle third is Jacob,
Oh,
last third is Bella.
okay.
Didn't you read these?
I did.
You're
And
Yes.
you don't say.
Golly.
the werewolves and Jacob were only like sketchily developed because we didn't get New Moon
Yeah.
or Eclipse, any of that. And Victoria and Laurent are still alive. And there was an epilogue. Meyer went on to say that she may post some extras someday if she ever has time to go back to Forever Dawn manuscript, but it's just as long as Breaking Dawn, which is the
Okay.
longest of the books.
Yeah.
So it was originally just 2 books, but then
That's
she just
crazy.
threw in some more middle. I believe she said that Edward came. She was like trying to figure out what Edward's character would do at the end of Twilight, and it came to her that he said like he would leave Bella, like the character spoke to her, so that's why she wrote New Moon about Edward leaving.
The character of which character spoke to her?
Edward.
Edward.
Edward spoke to her in a dream, and that
Probably.
precipitated
Well, this
New
all
Moon.
started with a dream.
Well, then what's the excuse for Eclipse?
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I had a question about the first 2 books. Oh, does she explain why she went from 2 books to all the
4?
books? Is it because the first one, like, I don't know the critical or audience reception of just the original Twilight novel. I wasn't
was
on
insane.
board by then.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
So it just like it splashed. It was a
Insane.
huge drop. It wasn't like it built over time.
Yeah, it was. So I didn't get into it. It came out in 2006. I wasn't into it until 2008. It was one of my summer
Poser.
reading books. I know. But I remember knowing about it.
Yeah.
The second book was already out by then, right?
Yeah, all 3 books were out. The 4th one, Breaking Dawn, came out that August. And I was first in line at Barnes & Noble.
So if your next question is somewhere along the lines of did they expand it because it was popular, that's not usually how writing works. If she had like, oh, I think I could do this in 2 and then found out she can't for 3, she would have had to make that decision before the first one even came out.
Okay.
Especially if they came out in succession over the course of just 2-3
Sounds
years.
like
I
they came
think
out pretty
it was-
quickly.
Yeah, so like that
I
wouldn't
think there
have
was
been
like a time
it wouldn't
jump
have been a
maybe
factor.
with
Yeah.
Forever Dawn, and then she was maybe filling in
Only
space.
Stephen King is that fast.
It's absurd.
What about James Patterson? I feel like he'd be.
He just has like outlines he fills in.
That's true.
Really?
James Patterson?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
not
No.
really.
Oh.
But it's such a like he only does formulaic
Yes. Yeah.
whodunit. So it's just like he probably has math. He's probably got like a board of like this,
Yeah.
this with this
Equals this.
over here. There's my turn.
Yeah.
There's the like yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. All right.
Interesting.
So now, just with that little tidbit out, we're gonna get
Sam
into
says,
the movie.
I love Alice's fun facts.
Yes, this all started with a dream, Sam.
As all
She
good things
had-
do.
She had a dream of the meadow in Twilight and a vampire and a human. I think she was the human hanging out with a vampire in a meadow, and that's how it all started.
Oh.
With a book.
I didn't know
Why
that
did
either.
she make
Yeah.
That's cool.
Why
Whose dream?
Stephanie Meyer, the author.
Oh.
God.
Yes.
The God of Twilight.
God.
Did she have any experience writing before she was like, I'm going to write this dream? Was she?
I can't remember. I don't
Lit
think
mags.
so.
Yeah. Something.
She wrote The
A
Host,
zine.
which I never read, but I think The Host came out after Twilight.
Yeah. It, well, for sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
She probably wrote the first one on spec and got it sold.
Neat.
So you know so much about her. Why did she?
Would
I
she
mean, you guys
eat
are best
5
friends.
years of pizza, or would she? No, okay.
At once, 5 years worth of pizza.
One
In
sitting.
one day, for sure. My girl Stephanie, for sure.
Or last week's question, which was, would you rather have a what was it? Would you rather have a spoon when you need a knife, or a knife when you need a spoon?
Spoon when I need a
Think
knife.
about
missed
that for a
that
little
one.
while. But why did she make them rock people?
Clang,
Because
clang,
they
clang,
need
clang.
to clankety clank when
No,
they
no, no,
fall.
no, no. That's a result of what they do. Why did she make them rock people?
I don't know that much. I didn't ask her.
It just seems like a really important.
Stephanie Meyer, if
It
you're
seems-
watching, and I know
it's-
you
I
are,
know you are.
why did you make them rock people?
Camera one, Stephanie.
They're supposed to be indestructible, which I guess that was her.
But they could be indestructible without being like marble
Marble?
poles.
Yeah.
I mean, like in all superhero fiction, they're still like
You mean Superman doesn't sound like marble?
Superman does not sound like a rock or a piece of lead hitting a steel drum.
Although I will
Yeah.
say that in the movies, when one of them gets riggedy wrecked, I find it very satisfying.
It's a very
the
satisfying
Sure. The
sound.
sound of marble being broken.
Sure, but then anytime I think about it in
Sam,
any
you
way,
could
shape,
write
or form
books.
outside of them fighting,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Doesn't
there
make
is a
sense.
lot of snogging in this movie. And so the whole time I'm sitting there going, he's made it, he feels like marble to her, right?
Yeah.
Like,
They-
so
okay,
she only kisses like mannequins.
yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I saw that
in-
movie and I would have made out with a mannequin too because
hot.
who was that? Not Leah Thompson.
No, it's Kim Cattrall
Kim Cattrall
and Andrew McCarthy.
Humana,
Oh my
humana.
God.
Filmed here at the famous Wanamaker building
right.
in downtown or in Center
right.
Center
I thought
City,
you meant
Philadelphia.
Young Junk.
Here at Young
Here at
Juice.
YoungJunk.
Filmed here, YoungJunk Studios.
We do film people kissing mannequins here. There's a mannequin head right there.
In the books, they only close mouth kiss.
Oh.
So just imagine all the kissing you're seeing.
Yeah.
Closed mouth.
Oh.
It's
Question.
way
Sounds
less.
Wait, question.
They have a slightly open mouth kiss in Eclipse. That's the bedroom scene, and it was the most action that you got for the first 3 books.
Hold
it was
on.
crazy.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's the ins.
And then you jump
The
from
inside
that
of his mouth
to
is not
Breaking
warm.
Dawn, and 16-year-old Alice's brain, it was blown. My brain exploded with this book. Going from only closed mouth kissing to Breaking Dawn.
Literally breaking the bed.
Well, okay, we didn't even get that in
Spoiler
the books.
alert.
It's a fade to black in the
Yeah,
books.
sorry, spoiler alert.
Dawn is the
They
name of
have
the
sex.
bed.
They have sex to precipitate a magic baby. It's in the description.
regurgitation, ravioli, the baby.
Ravioli is a good one. Redacted.
Ramadan.
Redacted the child.
Yeah, so
Sorry, I'm
that
sorry.
blew my mind in the books. Anyway,
As a dream. Go on.
as a dream, started as a dream. Okay, anyway, production of the movie now.
Yes, let's do it.
So in early November 2008, which is when the first movie came out, Summit Entertainment had obtained the film adaptation rights to all of the remaining novels, including Breaking Dawn,
Gotta do it.
which had just come out a few months prior. Wick Godfrey, the producer of the previous films in the series, stated in mid-2009 that they had every intention to make the film version of Breaking Dawn, but Stephanie Meyer was the one who said on her website that should they do a Breaking Dawn movie, she would have to have it be 2 separate films. Because there's just so much content.
I got a
And-
hot take about that later.
So
okay.
wait, Breaking Dawn was just one book?
It's one book.
It's one
I
book.
forgot that.
It's
Nice.
one book.
Okay.
And
Did
since
you actually read it?
I mean, I looked at the book.
I skimmed it.
Yeah.
this
There were words on
caused-
the cover. I read those.
This is one of these.
You've
I
only
speed
just
read.
read the covers of all these books. You're like, I read them.
Is that not what reading a book means? Is there stuff in there? Go ahead.
So the 3 main actors, Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, and Taylor Lautner, were only under contract for 4 films.
Slatner.
Ruh-roh raggy.
Lautner.
Lautner. TL.
So this put their contracts in question, making the possible split unlikely at first. And producer Wick Godfrey stated that all 3 main characters were signed to just one Breaking Dawn film. And in April 2010, Summit announced that Bill Condon would be the director of Breaking Dawn with, not with, but they had rumored also to have scoped out Sofia Coppola
Oh.
No.
and Gus Van Sant.
What?
Never.
What?
Never in a
direct-
million years.
They
Never in a million
were-
years. No.
It was rumored they were looking at like Academy nominated.
Sure.
Can you imagine
God
Breaking
damn.
Dawn directed by
Okay.
Yeah.
people?
No.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah. We had an offer out to Spielberg, and
Quentin
we were really
Tarantino.
close. Yeah. Fuck off.
Lies.
Yeah.
You can
Just
think
because you-
whatever you want.
Just because you sent an offer doesn't mean it was any
Yeah.
kind
Listen,
of consideration.
Yeah.
It was on the Wikipedia page.
But Sophia Coppola I can see her
I could see
potentially
her.
like
I
toying
imagine-
with the idea.
I can
in
see
my
her crushing it, kind of.
in my head, it's the scene from The Office where he's like, yes, effects. Put that into the special filing cabinet.
the
It goes
garbage.
right in the trash. Yeah. Yeah.
So Condon stated, "I'm very excited to get the chance to bring the climax of the saga to life."
God damn it, Noel.
There's a lot of climax in this
There
movie.
is
At least
there's
one.
twice.
And-
2.
Are there 2 climax?
Two.
She tries to get him to fuck her a couple hundred times.
But they only do it twice.
Just twice.
They do it twice. I've read the book.
Which time was the charm?
I think the first one.
I think the first one too.
Yeah. No, I know it's the first one because of reasons we've discussed.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, right.
I know it was the first time.
There's some
We'll
things
get
that
into
you
that
don't
later.
need to over-explain
Do
in
we-
print or in
do we
film.
need to?
I disagree.
Just it is.
Okay, Condon's quote goes on to say, as fans of the series know, this is a one-of-a-kind book. He's not wrong. And we're hoping to create an equally unique cinematic experience.
Okay.
So on June 10th, 2010, Summit officially confirmed that a 2-part adaptation of the 4th novel would start filming in November and made it clear that all major actors would return for both parts.
Is it possible? I always kind of assumed that this Breaking Dawn novel was put into 2 parts because of.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't fact check Stephanie Meyer's website to see when she posted
It
that
was-
she wanted it to be 2 movies.
They
but
felt
was-
like
it was
they
all the
were like
jazz.
in conversation with each other, these like Harry
Oh, for
Potter
sure.
movies and these Twilight films.
Yes.
So
were
I felt
alternating
like they
years.
were like,
'Cause-
oh, well, they did it. We got to do it.
Harry Potter did it. Twilight did it. Hunger Games did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those
Did it.
were like my big 3 franchises at the time, and I remember just
At the time.
well, not
Still,
Harry Potter anymore.
Oh, touche.
It's formative in your youth. Yeah.
So the first part of Breaking Dawn would be released November 18th, 2011, and the second part would be released November 16th, 2012. I also just want to state before we keep going, because I'm going to forget to say it if I don't say it now. This was the one Twilight movie I didn't go to theaters to see. This
me
was
neither.
this was my me neither.
Yeah.
This was the point in my life where I was embarrassed to like Twilight, and I was
No.
I'm not anymore. Clearly,
Yeah.
look at me, look at my outfit. This is the 3rd Twilight shirt that I own. This is the 2nd time this week I have dressed up in a Twilight outfit and put these contacts in my eyes to talk to people about Twilight. So clearly, I'm not embarrassed anymore. But yeah, this was the time in my life where I was like hiding it and was like, oh yeah, no, Twilight's super dumb. I don't like it. I didn't get it. I just started college. I was kind of trying to like reinvent myself.
Were you
that
ever
whole
embarrassed
thing.
about anything?
Was I ever embarrassed about anything?
Something you enjoyed?
Constantly.
Let's
5 a.m.
all-
every morning.
Stop
I
it.
wake up and I am
What?
flabbergasted by the things I've done in my past.
Okay, so answer the question for real. Anything like in your youth that you just like were like, you know what? I don't need to explain that I enjoy this thing to
I went
contemporaries.
through a period of, God, what was it? I threw out all of my action figures. I had all the G.I. Joes. I
What?
had all the original Star Wars action figures. And I was like, I am
You're a masochist.
12 now. I am a man. And I like threw out all of my action figures and have since regretted it. Yeah, I think there was a period of time where I thought punk rock music was more important than mainstream music, and I kind of poo-pooed on mainstream music, and I was a little ashamed of some of the mainstream music that I did like, stuff like that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all
I think that
very, I
tracks.
think,
Yeah.
coming of age and finding out who you are and like making that internal war between you and society and all that sort of stuff and coming to terms with everything. But I very quickly went to there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure. You can just like things.
As long
And-
as you're
and
not
you
hurting
could let-
anybody, fuck yeah.
And you could like them because they're stupid.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the guilty part could be like, I know it's dumb. I love it.
And that's part
Yeah.
of the charm.
That's
Yeah.
why we're doing this.
Right back at you, real quick.
I
Since
don't
you
know. I
asked.
was trying to think about it. Probably comics.
Yeah. That's right. You stopped for years.
Well, that was more logistical than anything else. In my little town, there was no comic shop, so it's not like there was digital options
Right.
or large bookstores where you could buy trade paperbacks that didn't actually exist in print for very long periods of time. Yeah,
Yeah, the kids, you guys don't know. Trades didn't exist
yeah.
when I was a kid.
Neither did large bookstores.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but like maybe when I rediscovered them in college and was going and picking up books and stuff, it wasn't like a hide it, but it was definitely not something you led with. Like, yeah, you know, I'm 22 and I read comic books weekly. It's really great. Now I don't give a shit.
You know what? I unabashedly love Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I know all of the lyrics. I have sung
Is that
along
bad?
with all of them since
But do you-
I was a very
Let's
small
admit
child in the
embarrassing things.
in the 80s. To this day, if I'm listening to something that's not just like summertime, and I'm listening to the Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and I come to a stop sign where there's a lot of people, I turn it down just a little bit.
Oh,
I'm ashamed to admit.
well, why?
I don't know because it's silly
Very
rap.
popular.
It's silly rap.
Very
you know?
popular.
Yeah. To this day. Thank you, Terry. Terry's throwing gifts up on the monitor. So yeah, yeah. I shouldn't, but I do. Just a little bit, just a skosh, like boop.
I don't know. The older I get, the more I don't care as
Yeah.
much.
I've learned that in my 30s. I'm like, I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, like when people talk shit about, like I don't really like it, but when they talk shit about like Creed or something, it's like, yeah, they're really popular. Fucking let it go.
Or
Like it
like,
doesn't really matter. Or like I had a new metal phase, and now I listen to them happily,
I still
like
do.
nostalgically and happily, like we know all the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
You brought up you would watch a documentary about Nickelback.
Yeah, it was
I
interesting.
was
Really
like-
nice.
Super
Yeah,
interesting.
it became a meme to hate them, and I'm like,
They're like
they're not terrible. Like,
they've sold a gajillion records.
Yeah.
There's no hiding their popularity and or talent that exists in order to there's no deal with the devil at large. There just isn't.
I feel that way about Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
Like those are all insanely talented musicians.
yeah.
It's just I didn't like them because of the people who liked them.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Which
it's
honestly-
not their fault. They
I
don't
gotta-
like them either.
With a lot of
I
these
get
large
shit on for my
fandoms.
emo music taste still. Like people were like, "You want to see My Chemical Romance live?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" 16-year. This is me giving 16-year-old Alice the biggest hug of her life, and she needed it,
Oh.
and I needed it too. I loved it. I had a great time, and I'm having a great time talking about Twilight right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
continue
sorry,
talking about
continue.
Twilight.
I also
Yeah.
just want to say I want to read Pink Apocalypse's comments. They say there's no greater feeling of freedom than losing your sense of cringe. I agree.
Can it be secondhand cringe? I cringe at a lot of people,
Yeah.
but I don't feel cringe about my shit anymore.
Yeah.
I feel cringe about your shit, but I don't feel cringe about my shit.
I mean, you can totally feel cringe about like trauma movies and,
Yeah.
and stupid other things I like. I don't even
No,
know.
you like great things.
yeah.
I know they're bad. It's fine.
What are we at now?
Pre-production. So since Twilight was released, which was released in November 2008, and this book came out August 2008, Fans and critics speculated about whether Breaking Dawn would be adapted into a film, considering all of the adult material in the book. So they have sex in this book. There is a really graphic birthing scene. It's worse in the book.
I was surprised at how graphic.
It's worse. We're going to get into that.
Not graphic,
he eats
but
her out.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's a phrase.
Oh, no.
I like while we were watching the movie, I was
my
just like,
God.
is he eating her? Because I know the baby's a girl. Is he eating her out?
Yeah.
He's literally
I
eating
get
the
into
girl
how-
out of his wife.
Yeah.
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 Her being revolution.
Yeah. Revolution. Good one.
Nice.
So this was controversial because Twilight's fan base is mostly teenagers under 18. So rating it R would be not great. So they had to find a way to make it PG-13. So one of the scenes that aroused the speculation in the film that it might be rated R is the infamous graphic birth scene in the novel. Rosenberg addressed such speculations, saying on the fan site, on Facebook, all the comments are saying it has to be rated R. You have to show the childbirth, gore and guts and sex. For me, it's actually more interesting not to see it. You know, you can do childbirth without seeing the actual childbirth. It doesn't mean it's any less evocative of an experience.
Yeah. I found that the way that they handled this cinematically was kind of impressive.
It was awesome.
Yeah. I was like, this is very visceral
It
without
was-
really showing too much.
It was genuinely awesome. Actually, I think I have that in one of my notes that they
Quick
go
cuts and
they
lot of
go like
sounds.
they go very effective body horror without showing really anything.
There's
Just
a lot of like body horror.
visceral point of view shots and like flashes in and out. Like and that is, to me, that's another example of like fans maybe should shut the fuck up. Let creatives be creative. Talk about it afterwards, but like having a whole online hullabaloo about like it has to be this way that I've imagined it.
Deletes my Facebook
Stop
post
it.
from 2008. I'm just kidding. I didn't.
She knows better. We don't own these things; we rent them, and
Yes.
I think let people
Let them cook.
let them cook.
Let 'em cook. So the producer, Godfrey, addressed these speculations further, saying it would be a crime against our audiences to go rating it R, as the core fans of the series are below 18 years old, but insisted that the film is based on a mature book, so more progress and sophistication was needed. So to compromise the necessary sophistication that he stated for the mature book to keep the PG-13 rating, Rosenberg stated that the scenes from the birthing scene would be shown from Bella's point of view because she's kind of in and out of consciousness. Everything's very hazy. So like the scene, the
it's great.
eating scene
Really
was
well done.
very hazy. You don't see a lot. You see the colors and very blurry things of what's happening. So we're seeing it from, and you hear it. So she's like,
some
she's going through a
squeaks.
haze. She's experiencing the pain.
Squeaks and squeaks.
Everything's rushing around her. We only see what Bella sees.
Great.
Which I think is also good because it's true to the book because that's from Bella's POV. That's what we're saying. Actually, that might be a part that's from Jacob's point of view in the books. I can't remember.
from Edwards.
From Edwards. Nope. Nope. That's the whole chapter.
Instead of
like Cookie
wait,
Monster sounds.
What was it in the second book? Possible. Wasn't it just like
There's
one
a
word on a page kind of thing?
Yeah, just very October, November.
The whole
December,
birthing
January.
sequence would just be like
Nom, nom,
growls
nom.
and
Growls.
sloppy noises. Yeah.
Well,
Squelching.
Squelching.
Yeah.
Splorts.
God damn.
Gristle.
What?
Gristle?
Yeah.
God
They did
damn
chew
it,
through
Noel.
gristle.
I hate all these words.
Well, like, because there's a layer of skin and then also a layer of like muscle and like.
Wait, explain an autopsy to me.
No,
I'm just kidding.
but there's gristle in between.
know.
It's like sinewy.
That's where all the flavor is.
That's the fat, actually.
Yeah, it's the. I'm sorry.
It
my
is.
bad.
Yeah.
Continue, please.
Yeah, when
right.
you eat people.
Soldier
Nice.
on.
It's the whole thing.
So in order to keep on budget, both parts of Breaking Dawn reasonable, even though it was substantially greater cost than the previous installments of the series, much of the filming was shot in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
I'm an asshole. Clip that.
Both parts were shot back to back as one project.
Ah.
So when I was doing my reading on this, I had to like take certain parts of what I was reading because certain parts only talked about part 2.
Of course, yeah.
It might be a little chopped up. But both parts were shot back to back as one project. The film would attempt to keep the PG-13 rating, and it would not feature any of the gruesome scenes from the novel. And Kristen Stewart confirmed that the birthing scene wasn't as grotesque as the book, but she didn't puke up blood, as happens in the book.
Oh.
Though the director, Bill Condon, did state that her performance was powerful and potent as they could have it.
Nice.
Which I agree. The birthing scene is still pretty gnarly.
And
Yeah.
also like the CG bonifying of her, like the slimming
oh my
down.
god! Have
Yeah,
you,
she was great.
I wish I brought I'm sure we could pull up pictures of it. So she had like the scene when she's like dead on the bed and he's
Yeah.
losing her. That was like a dummy. That was,
Oh,
that was
whoa.
practical
Yeah, they just
effect dummy.
digital her face
and they
on it.
have
Whoa.
there's a picture of Kristen Stewart holding up her dummy, and
Huh.
it's like really trippy.
That's so funny because
Yeah.
as I was watching it, I was marveling at how
That's a dummy.
holy shit.
I'm not sure if that one's the dummy, but like the birthing scene where it's just she's dead eyes and he's doing the CPR
Yeah.
on her.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a dummy.
I was
That tracking shot, you can actually kind of see that they maybe impose a little bit of her face on a dummy.
I was really taken with how well she was staying still. I didn't realize it was a dummy. That's how good it is. I
it's
figured it was
very
her
good.
CG'd.
If you can see her next
remember-
to side by side with it, there's like a video of her holding it up, and it's
Oh,
and
fun.
she's like freaking out. She's like, "This is creepy."
I was like, how is she
remember
not flinching at this? She's getting like
yeah,
really aggressively.
The beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3,
Yes.
where they're holding him,
Yeah.
is a dummy.
there it is.
Whoa.
That's hot.
Isn't that crazy?
Yikes.
Who got to keep it?
Oh my god. Ew.
Bill
Oh my
Condon?
god.
Why do you go weird? It's just
Well,
like a
'cause-
cool piece of like film history. Well, come on. You guys are gross.
I'm chronically online. I just know people are gonna get weird with it.
No, that's cool as shit. Is
I
that
think-
in the
That is
Forks
interesting.
Museum
That's
or
a
some
great-
shit?
It might be.
Yeah.
I'll have to call my
Like
sister.
I
and
see them
when she
holding her
went.
up, but it's so well done that it looks like an actual person.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's great.
Yeah, look at it. It's weird. It's crazy.
Okay, nobody can see what we're seeing.
Who's the better
Nobody
actor?
can see what we're saying. Okay,
Yeah,
so
they can.
principal
Yeah, they
photography
can.
officially began
yeah?
November
Oh.
1st, 2010 in Brazil. So they started with like the beginning of the honeymoon scenes. Oh my God, they can see this.
That's great.
Who's the better actor?
Oh God, Kristen Stewart for sure.
I agree. JD might not.
Continue.
The first scenes were shot in the Lapa district in Rio de Janeiro for one night. The Long City blocks were rented for the shooting, and Summit Entertainment paid residents 50 to 500 reais. I'm probably saying that right, which is 30 to 300 US dollars, to not allow paparazzis or fans to overlook the filming. Moreover, owners of the bars and restaurants were paid 10,000 to 20,000 reais, which is 6,000 to 12,000 US dollars, to stay closed for the evening to eliminate noise and provide
That's
a clear
awesome.
street. So you know when they first like get there and they're on the street and they're dancing and then they get in the boat, that was like the first.
Yeah,
that was
most-
when they started shooting.
Most productions do that. If they want to use real locations, they just pay the owners of blah blah blah.
Be shut.
Yeah. And then in late November, they started shooting in Baton Rouge, where most of the indoor scenes were shot in Rayleigh Studios in a house. Stewart had to wear heavy makeup to look thin and ghastly.
Do that.
Stewart.
What?
He's doing a Mad TV. Stewart.
There, look what
Who's
I can
Stewart?
Stewart.
do. McDonald, what's his name?
Which one's Stewart?
You mean which
character.
one's Stewart?
Who are you
Kristen
talking
Stewart.
about? Kristen Stewart.
Kristen
Oh, got
Stewart.
it.
Bella, I thought you were
Bella.
asking who the actor on Mad TV was.
That's what I thought.
No, I don't
His
give a
name's
shit about
Michael
that guy.
McDonald, I think. So Kristen Stewart
The
had to
yacht
wear
rock
heavy.
guy?
Had to make-
Michael McDonald. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
This is what happens.
Noel and I haven't sat together in a while. And I'm very-
It's all right. We got time. It's
We're
only
very
eight, it's
excited
only
to all be
8:45.
together.
Yeah, we're good.
It's only 10 more minutes. Let's go.
No. You got all the time in the world.
Don't tell me that about
for you.
Twilight, because I will keep going.
Look, I've got notes too. Let's roll.
All right. I'm gonna go.
Don't rush. It's fine. They're good here.
All right. Stewart had to wear heavy makeup to look thin and ghastly to show Bella through a phase of
Ghastly.
pregnancy where the baby starts to break her bones. The birth scene took
Oof.
Bro,
That was awesome.
that was.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah. She was like one of
She
those little
snapped
dolls.
I like knew it was coming, and you would see her showing around my house, and I'm like, oh my God, it's coming, and then she's like,
I was like, yeah,
body
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was cool. This whole sequence was cool as shit.
So the birth scene took 2 nights to shoot. After the cast had a long conversation with Meyer, a midwife, and a doctor to discuss the mechanics of the scene, particularly to decide the area where Edward should place his mouth to bite Bella's placenta if the situation were ever to occur in real life. If this situation ever occurs to me in real life, just
They overpaid a midwife. They don't even show shit. Why would they Why would they need
Well,
to
they're going
map it
for
out?
authenticity.
You see his head go out of frame. There's no
it is.
authenticity
Yeah,
needed.
but also you don't know what kind of coverage they were getting.
yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, sure. But they knew it was PG-13 that they weren't going to actually show coverage. So,
Yeah.
what's the point?
An animatronic baby was used to film the first few scenes of newborn Renesmee, regurgitation, ravioli,
What's her
revolution.
name? Yeah, okay.
The cast and crew,
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Ramadan,
Redacted.
Ratatouille. The cast and crew spent 2 months of the filming process shooting in a green screen room with fake. Oh, that's supposed to be in the next one. Fake snow. We'll talk about that next time.
That's all right. Spoilers.
The wedding.
Spoilers, there's snow.
It
Weather.
gets cold. There's weather, guys.
Weather happens. Seasons.
So the wedding scene in part 1 was the last scene that the cast and crew shot.
Oh, okay.
The wedding.
Wow, yeah.
It was also shot under tight security. They did not want anyone to know what was happening.
Scheduling wise too, that makes the most sense because that's when all the cast is in one place at one time.
Right.
So just like rocket at the end. Yeah.
So a helicopter hovered above the set. Off-duty police officers surrounded the location, and there were sheets and umbrellas and everybody protecting it from view. Stewart spoke about the wedding at San Diego Comic-Con, describing it as absolutely insane. She went on to say it was like Secret Service style. The crew was incredibly inconvenienced, no cell phones, etc. They wanted to keep the dress a secret. Yeah.
Gorgeous dress.
It's right.
It's a great, her Bella's dress in this movie is great.
When can we
And-
start talking about this? We're just going to do pre-production, right?
Yeah. This
Okay.
is we're getting into costume design after this. I have a few more points that I want to make.
Okay. Because I want to talk about the wedding.
Yeah. Stewart further talked about filming the scene, saying, I wanted to run down the aisle. I was literally pulling at Billy Burke. Now it's a trip to watch the wedding scene. It was so volatile and emotional. I was being a crazy person. Condon spoke about it, saying that the last scene we filmed was the dance between Jacob and Bella at the wedding. The last shot was Jacob leaving. I called cut, and then Kristen yelled, Jacob, and hiked up her dress and started running after him in the woods, saying, don't leave, come back. Filming wrapped April 15th, 2011. However, on April 22nd, what believed were additional scenes were fit into the honeymoon were shot in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands in the Caribbean, which was officially the last day of shooting. The crew, Stewart and Pattinson, were shooting in the area all day long, and then they went out for cocktails on the beach and watched the sunrise. On the subject of the final day and her final moments as Bella, Stewart said, after that scene, my true final scene, I felt like I could shoot up into the sky at night and every pore of my body would shoot light. I felt lighter than I've ever felt in my life. Pattinson thought the day was amazing and commented, I then asked myself why we didn't do this for 4 years. Every difficult moment just vanished.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
I mean, it's a long
And I
journey.
think at that point they were still dating.
Oh,
Yeah, she didn't cheat on him until
They were doing
Huntsman.
the press tour for part 2.
hold on, wait a minute. Okay, I didn't know they were dating.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, can we just make this a separate topic?
Yeah, we can't
There's-
get into
there's
this now.
so much, like,
They were
lore.
together
Even I
they
knew that
lived
shit.
together.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
And
she
then
cheated
she
on
cheated
him
on
with
him with the director from The Huntsman.
Rupert Evans, Rupert Edwards.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was married at the time, too. It was a whole
I heard
scandal.
about that, but I
Donald
don't think
Trump
I knew.
tweeted about it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Lord.
But I mean, they were kids that grew up together for the most part, and she clearly was not comfortable in her own
That
sexuality at that
sucks.
point too,
Yeah.
or was figuring it out. And then, the
Yeah.
whole world is watching you in every single facet. It's really messy.
So why not
Yeah.
cheat?
And they
No one will notice. The whole world's watching. No one will know.
Yeah, they broke
It's
up
never rational, I
after
guess.
it was all filmed, but they were doing the press tour for part 2. And it was
Interesting.
awkward.
Yeef.
I'll get into that.
Breaking Dawn Part 2. Got
Breaking
it.
Dawn Part 2. Yeah.
Not-
So
yeah.
Breaking Dawn Part 1 was already out. Scandal broke. Breaking Dawn Part 2 came out. And it was
Oofa
like,
doofa.
They're chill now, right?
I think so.
Yeah. He always speaks very highly of the
Yeah, I
experience.
think- I
He's
think
like,
they're
why would I
fine.
ever want to distance myself from Twilight? It was
Yeah, I know,
It was
he's-
fantastic.
Oh, really?
He
Yeah,
would do
he is
that.
not a hater about it at all.
No, he's not
I feel
anymore.
like he
was
he
during
used
it.
to be, right?
He was during it.
hated it.
Again, you're a kid
Yeah.
who's being
But I'm just making sure I'm
pigeonholed.
correct.
Yes.
Like in my head, I kind of respected
He
how much he
made-
kind of hated it.
He made jokes about it when he was doing press and stuff for the Batman.
Yeah.
I think Zoe Kravitz made a comment about him being in Twilight. Not like hating on it, but he like jokingly was like, "Are you hating on it? It's not cool to hate on Twilight anymore." He's like,
fun,
"It's not even
fun.
cool to do anymore."
Yeah, he's very aware.
He
Yeah.
also recently said she would be a great Batwoman.
Kristen
I
Stewart?
think she'd be a
Like
great
Kane.
Poison Ivy.
She'd be a great. She would be a great Kate Kane.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
She'd be an
recommended
awesome
as
Kate
Kate
Kane.
Yeah, she'd be great. Okay.
Batwoman.
Oh, man. All right, so do you want to talk about? I'm going to get into costume design, which is going to just literally just be the wedding dress. Do you want to talk about the wedding? Okay.
Great.
So in October 2010, it was announced that Michael Wilkinson would be the film's costume designer. However, Bella's wedding dress was designed by someone other than Wilkinson.
Vera Wang.
What?
Vera Wang.
No.
Gucci.
Nope.
You got one? Dolce & Gabbana.
Nope.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
Gap.
Yeah. No. Off the rack.
Sorry.
Meyer's description of the dress was a, quote, simpler style than the frillier Edwardian stuff. So in the book, she had an Edwardian dress because she's marrying Edward. Elegant white satin cut on the bias with long sleeves. In April 2011, someone announced that it was Carolina Herrera who was the designer of the dress. Classic.
You were so close.
I should have known that, but just by looking at it, it's very classic.
Stewart described the dress as very tight. Stewart as very tight, but still liked it and thought it was very pretty. Meyer told USA Today that the dress was an interesting mix and has a vintage feel, but at the same time, it has an edge to it. Alfred Angelo has been named the exclusive and official licensed manufacturer of Bella's bridal gown. The gown will be a replica of Bella's wedding dress and marketed under the brand of Twilight's Bridal by
You can
Alfred
buy
Angelo.
the actual wedding dress?
Not the actual, but like
I
the
bet it's
same
the
style. Yeah.
You could buy her wedding
You
dress.
can.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was revealed in late November 2011 following the release of part 1 and will be available in stores and was available in stores after that.
That's cool.
I don't know if it still is.
Can I buy the Twilight wedding
Yes,
dress?
you
Yes.
buy the replica of the Twilight wedding dress. Hot.
God.
Do we have any more comments about the wedding? Because then I'm going to get into post-production.
I mean, I would like to talk about the scene.
Yeah.
Is that appropriate time to talk about the scene?
Of course.
Wildly effective.
It's so good, right?
I have conflicting emotions about the wedding sequence in general. One being her. I don't know if it's in the book or not, but in the movie, her parents are so fucking chill, and I hate that. There's not one single conversation of like,
You're 18.
where we at? What are we thinking?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess, like,
That's
Bud.
the vibe of of Bella's parents in Twilight, especially Renee, is very much that Bella is more of the adult in her relationship with her parents. Like she, when she was living with Renee, which she was until she was 17 or 16, 17, she made sure all the bills were paid on time because Renee was so out there and free-spirited and would forget to pay them. You see this a little bit less in the movies because they make Charlie way better in the movies than he was in the books. She was cooking for Charlie. She was cleaning for Charlie. She was doing all the stuff for Charlie. So like, they're just very much like, oh, our daughter's an old soul.
Yeah.
I in this movie specifically, they did make the mom exponentially more flighty. So I was like, okay, here's it's finally happening. I'm like,
we're
you
watching-
met him 4 days ago.
The other night we were watching it, and he's like, "Are these all are these all graduation caps?" And she goes, "Oh, that's cute," and then like sprints off somewhere. And was that you or was that
Yeah, it
Jen?
was me.
He goes,
Charlie's like, that's
not
weird.
a thought in her head. There's not a thought in her head.
In Renee, there's no thought in her head about it. I was like, wow, that's creative. And
Bye.
But fuck the books. In the context of all 4 movies, the way that Charlie is kind of depicted as a stoic yet protective co-parent with her, because he doesn't push, but he makes his opinion very known at all points. He backseated real fucking hard, finding out that 7 hours after his daughter graduates, she marries her mysterious boyfriend after he is responsible for her getting her like leg ripped in half.
Yeah.
And that, like, there's
So,
just so much. It would have been
3 straight
one
months of her being in her room.
I
one
could
conversation,
do
one
a whole
scene.
episode about Charlie or about how Twilight is a horror story from Charlie's point of view.
Yes. Just give me one scene of them talking and she reassures him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just something. Because it like
Oh,
betrays
we were
the character.
young,
Yeah.
something.
Well, so that's also part of the explanation is it's supposed to be like Bella is more like Charlie than of her parents.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And Charlie and Renee had a very quick encounter, met, fell in love, got married very quickly, very young, had Bella, and then Renee split like really quick because she's flighty. So I think that's supposed to be Charlie's understanding of like, oh, like, cause then like he pined after Renee for a while after that happened. So I think he's more like, oh, okay.
That
she's
makes
like
me disrespect the choice to not have a conversation
Yeah,
more.
I know.
Like
I know.
he has, if anything, just like, hey, me and your mother,
made
this happen. How you're wonderful and I never regret you whatsoever. But me and your mother went through something like this. You know, you could talk to me. And then her reassure him. That is 40 seconds of movie in a 4-hour saga
It was
of the
40
two.
seconds of boning that you're not.
It was a betrayal of the character of Charlie, and it's a little unforgivable, to be completely honest with you.
No, I get it. I get it.
But I think Kristen Stewart earned her paycheck tenfold with just the walking down the aisle scene.
The shaking.
The shaking,
To
the panic attack, the rushing, and then literally seeing Jacob and being calm. Edward, sorry, whatever.
Team
We know who's-
Jacob in this house?
I'm Team Edward, but I get Jacob. I just get it. Okay.
I'm Team Jacob.
Sees Edward, and it revalidated, and maybe it's because I only saw 3 for the first time recently. It revalidated her speech at the end of part 3 that this is her choice, and she's comforted
family.
by this choice, this family. I was like, this is wonderful. This is show don't tell. I love this. This is great.
No, that's really well done.
It's very true to the book description because I remember that part in the book so vividly. Is she was so nervous she didn't want to walk out in front of all of those people, and then she saw Edward and she wanted to run.
Yeah, it's awesome. Absolutely
She
awesome.
wanted to run down the aisle to him, like it was,
and
and you could feel that in that scene.
and it erased the problems I had 10 minutes prior with the absolute horrible dream sequence with some of the worst score I've ever heard in my entire life. So awful.
Which wedding dress did you like better?
The real one.
Good, me too.
But
Okay.
like, I get what they were doing with the dream sequence. Great. If the score wasn't so awful.
Yeah.
My least favorite part of this entire movie was the score. And then I looked it up, and it's the dude that did the first one. And
Yeah.
it's a severe downgrade from Howard Shore and Alexandra Desplat. Like,
I clocked
This is
in on
tra-
I
this is
clocked in on
trash.
the romantic themes are so overwrought and they're so saccharine that it kept pulling me out.
the music was absolutely I mean, you know what too? It's probably the worst needle drops as well. There's a couple of good tracks, but they're
Yeah.
poorly placed in this one.
Oh, really?
More so than
I
the
didn't
other
clock those. Yeah.
But yeah, I hated the score. I really hated it. Now, by the time the movie ended, I was like, okay, I kind of get it. But I was
I
so
did kind of
disappointed.
like how it goes from the overly wrought romance to the horror in that sequence. I like the downgrade or the way it sort of like drifts down into horror that way. I like that. But
I get what they were trying for.
yeah.
It
like it.
was a sore thumb in my eye.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They're sore. My eye's sore because they're sore thumb in my eye.
Thumb.
Yeah.
Why is their thumb sore?
I don't know what the fuck they did. Probably hit it with a hammer or something. What? Who knows why mad men do what they do?
It's true.
Anyway,
Are we
go
ready
on.
to get into post-production?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so in October 2010, Condon announced
God.
that... Oh.
What?
Why are you putting
Fat
that
Jacob?
on my screen?
Is that AI? What am I looking at?
What's
Go ahead.
happening?
Continue.
right now?
Continue.
Never.
In October 2010,
Never.
Condon announced that Oscar-winning visual effects supervisor John Bruno, along with his team, would helm the visual effects for Breaking Dawn, including the effects necessary to show regurgitation in her various stages of life in part 2.
Did they get fired?
I don't think so.
They should have.
I don't have that in my notes.
They should have been fired.
A little bit. Oh, wait until the next time we do Twilight and we talk about Chuck Esme, which is the doll that they tried to make that everybody thought was haunted.
Oh, Chuck Esme.
She's
Oh.
in the museum,
Hey,
the
she's
Twilight
back.
Museum, and she's labeled as Chuck Esme.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Sam's back. We only just finished talking about the wedding. There's still more to go.
You're so back, Sam. It's fine. We're
We
barely
were
through this.
waiting for you.
We were waiting, actually. Yeah, we just sat here in silence. Later in February, Adam Howard was added to the Breaking Dawn visual effects team to help create the effects of Renesmee due to his notable work in a similar issue in The Social Network. Montreal-based Modus FX.
twins.
The twins.
Oh.
Yeah. Modus FX created the CG effects for part 1 and created style effects to emphasize the supernatural capabilities of the main characters without making them too obvious or notable. A team of 12 artists spent 6 weeks working on the film, and shots included creating the belly of a pregnant Bella, removing a wrist brace that Kristen Stewart had to wear during the
Wow.
wedding scene due to an injury, and a variety of subtle cosmetic refinements. Bella's pregnancy was a challenge. The production team wanted the baby to kick and move around inside of her body, so the artist and cinematographer had to match the camera moves, the lighting, even the film grain, along with the subtleties of Stewart's skin. That's something like I hadn't even considered.
Yeah, man, that's just dope.
Right? And during the wedding scene, which is one of my favorite shots that I pointed out to you, the camera pans around Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart when they're kissing, and it looks like there's nobody else there anymore. Love that. And due to the minor wrist injury Stewart had, she was wearing a brace that day, and therefore they had to create a CG model of a hand and then carefully craft a rig to create natural motions. And once that was finished, every minute movement of the hand had to be matched exactly. The rotational panning shots totaled 300 frames and called for elaborate camera and object tracking. Modis used subsurface scattering to accurately capture the partial translucence of her skin tone to make it look more authentic. It was explained that tracking that in particular was challenging because when they were shooting, they weren't thinking about it as an effect shot. There was no camera metadata for the sequence. So the solution was to do a series of careful manual adjustments until the light sources were correctly replicated on set.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy for something you don't even notice.
Right?
That's great. Yeah.
All right. Any comments on the visual effects?
Sure, in context. We talk about the movie.
You want to talk about ravioli? And
Renesmee
I didn't think the baby was bad.
wasn't so bad.
I didn't think the baby was bad. I think the sequence of him imprinting on her and the horrific Uncanny Valley older version of her is so fucking trash.
So weird.
Like CW bad trash. Hey, but how about this? Actor.
Yeah.
Just hire an actor.
you're
they
gonna,
did.
You're going to hate the next
But they painted her face with something like
It's bad.
It was, I
For-
don't know what they did or
for
why,
120
but they hired an
years
actress.
for 120 years of film when somebody needs
Oh,
to
God.
Chick Esme on the left.
yeah but on the right that's the baby in the movie that's fine.
not so bad.
But I'm
The one
talking
on
about
the
like
right.
when he's imprinting and he sees like her future and all things and blah blah blah. And you know what?
Terrible.
Hot take. In context of the movie, it's not that bad. Like everyone telling me about it, like outside of the movie, of like it's grooming and weird. In the context of the movie and the rules that are established by the wolves, it's not that bad. But
Due to personal experience, I don't like it.
I
But
agree. But also, you're not a werewolf, a part of a pack that's protecting
You don't
a
know that.
magic vampire baby.
I'm protecting a magical vampire baby
But
all the time.
more so than that, the I don't know, for 100 years in film, if a character needs to be younger or older, they hire an actor to be the younger or older version.
Or they can do what they do in Dexter,
this
just slap
digital
a wig on.
yeah, just fucking awful.
That's my favorite
But
part.
still,
He's
that-
in high school. Just
wouldn't that be better than just like poor CGI?
Oh, it's terrible. It drives me
yeah,
nuts
this
every
was
time I watch
like
it.
it was it was terrible. It was
I also
absolutely
got-
terrible.
Called out on how recently I watched this because I pulled it up to put on when JD and Susham were over, and it was like, "Oh, continue where you left off," and I'm like, "Let's restart."
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
No, but it was yeah, that was it wasn't as bad as everyone was talking about.
Yeah,
It was
the
just
baby.
Yeah,
It's not great. And oh, there's Dexter.
There's
Yeah.
Dexter.
There's Dexter being a teenager.
Bieber
totally
wig.
not. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. From what I remember, it's not great in the next one.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to
What
you
is
seeing
what's next on your docket or
music.
let's go. Score or
All
bad.
right.
Go.
So on January 14th, 2011, it was announced that Carter Burwell, who is the composer in the first film, would be returning to do both parts of the final installment.
Something to look forward
The score
to.
of part one was recorded in Abbey Road Studios in London in September, and Alexandria Desplat and Howard Shore, the composers of New Moon and Eclipse, respectively, happened to be in London at the time and stopped by to visit Burwell.
They didn't help him.
They didn't help him. Did not help him.
It's like serviceable. It sounds like TV music.
Yeah.
There is an Eclipse specifically, even in New Moon actually. The scores had a gravitas that carried the movie. This just sounds like maudlin synth at times with maybe some strings.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very cheesy, which I'm sure that's what he was going for, but it didn't evoke grandeur. It evoked like schlock.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm already watching schlock elevated for me.
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding. Like it was. I was so taken aback about how much I didn't care for the score.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, it's probably my least favorite of all of them so far.
Does the next one get any better?
The next one is the one I revisit the least.
Well,
So, not because it's more just I don't always like to visit the end of series. I like to, if I'm going to rewatch something, I'll rewatch the beginning.
interesting.
So that's why I rewatched Twilight the most. I actually rewatched New Moon the most, even though it's one of the least liked ones of the franchise. I love New Moon for some reason. I love the shots in Italy.
I think Eclipse is the best one so far.
I know you do. Oh, including this one?
I won't tell you.
Okay.
I said so far.
So far.
We
You're
haven't
right.
talked about
we
final.
haven't finished this one yet.
Yeah.
So Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1 original motion picture soundtrack was released November 8th, 2011. And in July, Condon said that they are still under negotiations for the soundtrack and have 15 songs to choose from, but no deals to be signed by any artist. And he also hinted that there was a chance that some musically inclined members on the cast might be featured on the soundtrack, which included Pattinson, Jackson Rothbone, who's your favorite, Jasper.
Yeah. Constipation face.
Yeah, Constipation Face. Boo Boo Stewart, who's one of my favorites, Seth Clearwater, and Jamie Campbell Bower, who's your other favorite.
Vecna. Yeah.
Vecna, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh God.
sorry, where's my water?
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Doing it live.
American rock band, you might have heard of them, Evanescence, expressed interest in landing a song on Breaking Dawn soundtrack. Will Hunt, the drummer of the band, said, "I've been screaming for our song, My Heart Is Broken, to land in that because I think it would fit the story so well." And the lead singer, Amy Lee, also agreed, adding, "I think it would be awesome, actually." Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But I will tell you some of the track listings of Breaking Dawn Part 1.
The soundtrack isn't bad. It was the score that really threw me apart.
So some of the artists were The Joy from... This is actually also the first soundtrack that didn't have a song by Muse on it.
I was gonna ask because I didn't hear one.
No, there's no song by Muse on it.
This movie, is there one in the next one?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say maybe not, actually.
We'll have
So
to
we
discover
have
it
The
together.
Joy Formidable, Angus and Julia Stone, Bruno Mars,
Yeah, I can see that.
Sleeping at Last, The Features, Christina Perri, obviously 1,000 Years, Theophilus London, The Bell Brigade, Noisettes, Cider Sky, Iron and Wine, which was... They did Flightless Bird, American Mouth, which is the song that's playing when they kiss, because that's the song that's playing at the prom when they dance together in the first one. Imperial Mammoth, Aqualung and Lucy Schwartz, Mia Maestro, and Carter Burwell, who did the original score.
Yeah, I think this might be my least favorite soundtrack so far.
It's not one of my, like I said, I don't revisit it.
Yeah.
Like the Twilight soundtrack is probably my favorite soundtrack. I think I did that in our soundtrack episode.
Yeah.
It's my favorite soundtrack. This one, it's fine. I'll take it or leave it.
I think my favorite
Evanescence
soundtrack.
wanted to be
I
on
think
this
my favorite
soundtrack.
soundtrack
They
is.
wanted to be.
They
and
wanted
then
to be.
why-
They weren't.
They weren't allowed.
They didn't get picked. They didn't get
I'm
picked.
sure it was managers and monies.
Yeah.
My favorite soundtrack, I think, is from the third one, and it's only because I love this song. And then you hear 2 seconds of it, and it's a new song from Anna Kendrick, who's all of us.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and that's the Muse song in that
Yeah.
one.
I was
Yes.
like, oh, nice.
And this is the first movie that didn't have a Muse song.
That's why it sucks.
That's why it sucks. So now, do either of you have comments on the music before I move on to my next controversial topic?
All I remember is the overwrought romantic, and it was bad.
It really does drown out everything else, and there's really no like memorable needle drop. It's just like, oh, this sounds like it belongs on what somebody thinks a Twilight soundtrack sounds
a
like.
WB soundtrack.
Yeah, like it's just like basically at this point too. It's the fourth movie, so I'm assuming many managers are just pitching for fill-in name of CW artist. Throwing it at the studio, and what can we get for cheap? Like it's just they could slap the word Twilight on it, and it'll sell like hotcakes, and that's that.
Yeah.
I don't know if
fair.
it was a curation. Doesn't feel like it was part of this movie, you know.
So now we're going to get into the leak. So when filming started,
Somebody
November...
peed?
Somebody peed.
It was me.
It was you.
That's why I just went.
But you didn't leak.
You didn't leak.
Leak is like an accident.
Oh,
He had a little bit.
You made it.
That's why he had to go
you
real
made
quick.
Couple drops.
You made a choice.
I made it. Yeah, it's a leak.
Yeah, you made a choice to pee.
So filming started November 7th, 2010 in the Lapa district in Rio de Janeiro, as I stated. Leaked photos and footage videos surfaced online, and Summit Entertainment responded very quickly to the leaks by removing the photos and videos from YouTube, fan sites, and gossip websites. And on January 13th, 2011, scans of a still of Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson on their honeymoon were leaked to Entertainment Weekly and ran online prior to the magazine's official release of the still. On March 31st and April 1st of that year, a mass leak of a 14-second video of numerous low-quality stills hit the internet as a result of an enthusiastic fan interaction and speculation that the films wouldn't be able to maintain a PG-13 rating. Summit released an official comment on the leak, stating, as some of you may know, pictures and screen grabs of the Twilight saga Breaking Dawn as a work began in progress have leaked on the internet. We are extremely proud of this film and are extremely heartbroken to see it out there on this stage. The film and these images are not yet ready or in the proper context. They are illegally obtained, and their early dissemination is deeply upsetting to the actors, the filmmakers, and Summit, who are working so hard to bring these movies to fruition for you in November 2011 and November 2012. Please, for those of you posting, stop. And please, though the temptation is high, don't view or pass on these images. Wait for the film in its beautiful finished or entirely when it's beautiful, finished, and entirely ready to thrill you. Sincerely, Stephanie Meyer, Bill Condon, Wick Godfrey, and Summit Entertainment.
And then, miraculously, the entire internet was like, okay,
Lesson
we'll
learned.
be cool now.
Exactly. Except
The
there
internet notoriously
was
is very chill.
Yeah.
there was a lawsuit.
Bye.
Summit Entertainment released a press statement in August 1st, 2011, announcing the identification of some of the alleged people responsible for the leak from Breaking Dawn on March 31st and April 1st. The decision was made to take legal action. They claimed that the leak came from Poseidon, Argentina, but due to the possibility that other people might be involved in the leak, the investigation was still ongoing at that point. The only person Summit named was a woman named Diana Santia. I am the internet. Who was a resident of Posadas and allegedly involved in the group that stole the images and photos. And civil action was filed in the U.S. and Argentina, while criminal action was also filed in Argentina. Wow. She denied all of these claims, claiming that she was just surfing the internet and that she didn't have any hacking capabilities. Summit gave details stating that the studio was still in contact with Santia in May 2011 with no resolution or further good faith efforts on their part. And eventually I was looking for articles about any resolution, and there ended up just really not really being one. Okay. In 2013, I found an article. They were appealing to a judge's decision not to award the $21 million default judgment against the two Argentinians who were charged with leaking images of Breaking Dawn, but they went hard.
Wow.
After these people for a leak.
That's
Yikes.
frivolous.
It's crazy.
Not even much of a leak.
It's
It's not
really
even
wasn't.
spoilers.
It
You know what I
wasn't
mean?
the
even
book has been out for 5 years, and they're not deviating from it whatsoever. Her dress.
Right, that's
what
what
the
I was
fuck? Who cares?
I didn't know about this leak at all.
Ugh.
So when I heard that there was a leak, I was like, oh my God, it had to have been something from the wedding. Yeah. And everybody's freaking out about it. No. It was just from a few shots from the honeymoon.
You saw a few shots of the honeymoon, and you're thinking it's going to have to be X-rated now. Fuck off.
What did you see?
People are stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Any further comments before we get into critical response?
No.
Bring it.
All right. Breaking Dawn Part 1 received very negative reviews from critics.
Oh.
I know. Rotten Tomatoes, as we stated earlier, 26% of critics, and that's out of 2009 counted reviews, gave the film a... Sorry, I misread that. The site's consensus reads, slow and joyless and loaded with unintentionally humorous moments. Breaking Dawn Part 1 may satisfy the Twilight faithfuls, but it's strictly for fans of the franchise.
True.
The review site Metacritic gave the film a 45 out of 100 based on 36 critics, and it's the lowest rated installment of the franchise on their site, coming after New Moon. Yeah. Audiences, beating New Moon at being the worst. Audiences polled the cinema score, gave the film a B+ grade, and the audience score was 80% female and 60% over 21 years old. Among females only, the film received an improved A- grade. Because we know what we're doing. We know what we're talking about. Justin Chang of Variety gave the film a negative review, calling it disappointing. Todd McCarthy of The Hollywood Reporter also gave the film a negative review, calling it bloated. Brent Simon of Screen International called the film soapy and melodramatic.
Yeah.
That's true.
You seen any of these movies?
That's what it is.
The whole thing.
That's what you're doing.
Hamburger has meat in it.
Boo.
Bradshaw of The Guardian gave the film 1 star out of possible 5 and referred to it as the next stage of... It's my favorite thing, but I'm going to say it as a positive thing. Emo operetta that sweeps us away in a new riptide of mawkish euphoria.
Take me away.
Right?
That sounds wonderful.
Calgon, take me
Right?
away.
Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times
Love
gave the
that
film
man.
2.5 stars, saying it was filled with a lot of unanswered questions, but called Stewart's portrayal of Bella pretty good.
Yep.
Rip to the goat.
Yeah.
Robert Ebert is a man of the people.
Yep. The television show Films to 2011, Claudia Winkleman gave the film a negative review, calling it hilarious. Writing for the Rolling Stone, Peter Travers said Breaking Dawn Part 1 is the worst Twilight movie yet and thought Taylor Lautner looked like
him.
a petulant 5-year-old.
Also true.
What?
I like Peter Travers, and I'll disagree with him a little bit.
Yeah.
From there.
Mary Poles of Time Magazine named it one of the top 10 worst movies of 2011, saying this entry,
Jesus.
which held within it was hard being a teenage girl. This is why I was like distancing myself from it at this time. You were getting a
Wow.
lot of hate. This entry, which held within it teasing promise of explosive consummation. She wanted explosive consummation.
Yes, she did.
Instead, delivered soap opera level dry humping in high thread counted sheets.
Wow.
And concluded this was
That's the entire
the bloodiest
series.
of the Twilight movie, but
Penetration.
somehow
Well,
she
You wouldn't
wanted.
be able to.
Yeah.
Uh,
There were some good reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
But you want to talk about the bad ones first?
Well, dry humping on high.
High count threaded sheets.
That's thematically the entire series.
That's literally it.
It's dry humping on fancy sheets. That's like
Yeah.
that summarizes the entire Twilight saga so far.
Okay.
I mean, kind of. Yeah. So Gabrielle Chong of Movie Exclusive gave the film 4 stars out of 5, praising the dialogue, wedding, and action scenes, and particularly Condon's direction, stating, "In the hands of a lesser director, the turn of events could very well descend into farce. Thankfully, then, this movie has found a masterful helmsman in Condon." He went on to praise Stewart's performance, calling it mesmerizing, and saying that she makes Bella's every emotion keenly felt that runs the gamut from joy, trepidation, anxiety, distress, and all of the above, and with resolute determination. Mark Adams of the Daily Mirror gave it 4 out of 5 stars, saying the Twilight film managed to cleverly blend melodrama with supernatural thrills. While the film is not without its silly moments and cringeworthy dialogue, it does deliver the drama and emotional highs that we have come to expect. He also praised the wedding scene, describing it as beautifully staged, and also commended Stewart's performance.
Nice.
Other positive reviewers from the New York Times and Philadelphia Inquirer stated that the dialogue was improving and the movie played out with style while being faithful to the book and servicing hardcore fans.
Nice. Wait. Are we going to talk about the movie?
Oh,
Well, I
Our
have-
feelings about the movie? Or
I have 2 more quick little things to talk about, but if you want to talk
What
about...
are the topics?
So there were criticisms and pro people thinking that there was anti-abortion messages in this movie.
Sure.
The
Absolutely
Razzie
there were.
Awards, and then the fact that a bunch of people had seizures from the birthing scenes.
Oh, because of the
Really?
flashing? Interesting.
Yeah, so I'll go into that quick because
That's a
that's
bummer.
this. Yeah, so a week following the film's release, incidents began occurring from the birthing scene, having triggered epileptic seizures in moviegoers. Wow. Visual effects during the scene involved severe pulsating red and white and black flashing lights, which created something similar to strobe light. Reports of such photosensitive seizures have been reported in Sacramento, California, and Salt Lake City, Utah. The incidents were becoming more widespread as the news of the incidents began to flood several news sites, making people aware of health issues that attendings were experiencing might not have been caused by the scene. Famed comic book artist Jim Lee tweeted that he and his family had to leave the screening after our 11-year-old son literally threw up during the birthing
Oh,
scene.
wow.
Suck it up, kid.
Yeah. People who have
Suck up the
experienced seizures
vomit.
during the film
Yeah, that's right.
are
Eat it
reported
back.
perfectly.
Eat it back.
Eat it back.
Swallow.
So there were a lot of hot takes about Bella's pregnancy and pro-choice versus anti-choice messages.
Yeah, there's 2 characters explicitly who are bring this baby even if it kills you, and 1 character, the father, who won't even refer to it as a child for 90% of the
Yeah.
of the pregnancy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, it's
So
it's pro-life.
Natalie Wilson, writing for Ms. Magazine blog, described what she saw as the book's latent anti-abortion message as problematic from a feminist perspective, and found this element heightened, not diminished, in the film, citing scenes in which Rosalie scolds Alice for using the word fetus instead of baby.
Yeah. multiple times.
Yes. Richard Lawson of the... Oh, I'm sorry.
What level of feminism was she looking for in the Twilight series? I'm not to be a shit, but like I feel like the stories haven't, at least the way that they're portrayed on film, have made Bella more of a passenger than
Yes.
Until the last one when she was making the...
And that's why a lot of people hate them,
5 minutes,
including
of
me.
the last one.
Like reading those books, I was
So-
just like, this character sucks. Bella sucks.
Yeah, so like I get it, but also, what level of feminism was she expecting?
Yeah.
Was the writer expecting?
Yeah.
It's like, if I go to a MAGA rally, am I going to expect
Right.
X, Y, and Z?
So Richard Lawson of The Atlantic said that Bella's pregnancy, quote, serves as a narrative dais for which Meyer and in complicity, Condon and the screenwriter Melissa Rosenberg deliver a startlingly direct and uncovered anti-abortion sermon, adding, it seems there is no escaping the firmly anti-choice themes of this leg of the story, and so we must sit and grumble while sickly Bella is scored by plaintive strings as she chooses the one true moral path.
I don't know if that's entirely fair, only so much as you're allowed to have staunchly pro-choice characters without the movie being staunchly pro-choice.
Right.
Or and vice versa. So Rosalie, a product of the 1920s who does nothing but lament her inability to have a family and even die, wants you not to kill a baby, makes perfect sense for that character.
Yeah.
And then Bella, who has been holding on to her humanity this entire time to the point where it's going to kill her, not wanting to also make sense. That's not the movie saying it so much as your character saying it, or am I
I get
too
it.
fine a point? Like, it's not the entirety of the Twilight saga.
Created a conflict between characters.
Yeah, if the entire purpose of the Twilight saga is to send me a message of anti-abortion, okay. It's not.
It's just the
you've got
that are
characters
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't demonize Edward, and they also don't demonize Bella. You just have both of them.
Conflicting
Yeah.
viewpoints. Yeah.
I think that's whatever. That's fine.
Neil Morris of Independent Weekly said that the film takes up a radically pro-life mantle while Bella refuses to abort her baby, even though her life may depend on it, end quote. Sandy Angloan Chen of Moviefone described the bulk of the film as, quote, one prolonged life debate in which Bella says it's her body, her choice, which is a term usually used for pro-life movement, but her decision is pro-life to the extreme because her baby can and will kill her.
But then also, this is a fictional world where she is 99% sure that
She can
if
turn into
anything,
a vampire.
anything that happens to her will be undone as soon as the baby comes out and Edward gives her the venoming. Right?
We have some other takes on it.
What do you think?
I
We don't have a uterus.
Yeah.
I mean, not inside me.
You own uteri?
Multiple?
Holy moly!
I definitely, as I revisited it more as an adult, particularly in this climate where it's become more of an issue, it definitely hit me more. I wasn't thinking about this when I was 16 and reading it. I just wanted to get to the sex of it. Yeah, I can see both sides of it. Like, it's like you said, just because it's giving the two different characters having two different viewpoints on it doesn't mean it's trying to go one way or the other. But I think it's also in the back of people's minds that they know Stephenie Meyer is Mormon.
Yeah.
And she very much, in the book, would not let her characters have sex until they were married. And then, like, also now pregnant. And, like, it's also, you don't get very into it in the movies. In the book, Bella never wanted children.
Oh, so that does see that
She
paints
never wanted children.
that paints it with more
like,
perspective.
That's one of the things Edward says
Oh,
to her when they're
sassy bitch.
when
We'll
she's
see
like,
you
I
next
want you
movie.
to turn me. He's like, well, you wouldn't get to go on with your life. He's like, you should get to have children, do all this. And she's like, I don't want that. I've never wanted that. Like, I don't, she's like, I don't care about that. Cause she kind of grew up in an environment where she was the adult
Yeah.
caretaker for her parents, basically. And she's like, I don't want to keep doing this. Like, I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
that's kind of why. And then in the book, it's more, she suddenly is pregnant and she's picturing this child as a miniature Edward. And it was kind of like, she never really thought of herself having a daughter. It was more like, oh my God, I'll love it if I get to have a mini Edward.
Yeah.
And that was also kind of a weird thing.
I remember when we were watching it the other night, I felt like feminism by way of she is choosing.
It's a
It
choice.
is pro-choice, and her choice is this. Everyone is trying to tell her what she should do.
Exactly.
And this
That's
is
the
her
other
body,
thing.
and she is making this decision whether or not it is whether or not it is pro-choice. I looked at it as this is a woman who is making a choice.
That's it too. Because she's choosing to continue with the pregnancy, even though it might kill her, but that's a choice. And Edward was trying to tell her not to do that, and didn't even ask her. He was immediately like, "Okay, we have to get this out of you."
Yeah.
Let's get it out. Yeah.
And that's when she felt helpless, and she called Rosalie.
Yeah.
Not knowing the perspective of the writer, just watching the movie agnostic of that context. Yeah, it felt more like magical Bella bullshit. Like, she's the one that knows, and this is her choice. And you're all, like, 'cause historically throughout all these movies, she's the one that like moves forward, and they all catch up or it works out for her. So like, it really was just kind of magic Bella thinking that it'll work out for her, which is the conflict. Not, oh, this movie's trying to tell me something.
Right?
Like,
No, I didn't. Yeah.
not you. A lot of these,
Yeah.
I think fiction should be pulled apart like that, but there is a point where it's like, what are you putting into it versus what is it trying to communicate? And I'm not sure. I
read it more as conflict within the characters
too.
themselves
Right.
than
Yeah.
a message.
The
And
character
that's how I
that
read it when I was 16. I feel like I was imposing some of my own biases of just life in general when I was revisiting this as an adult woman in my 30s now. Yeah.
the character of Rosalie made the most sense for me.
Yeah.
Just like she was the voice of pro-life, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. And the other characters were a spectrum of Bella versus the event.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to say that Rosalie is the voice of Stephanie Meyer in the situation, and that's a case, but like the movie being propaganda, no, I don't really buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally.
Some positive reviews for this message, quote message. John Mulderig of the Catholic News Service praised the strongly pro-life message being conveyed via Bella's
Turning Point USA
unusual
says the
play.
best thing ever. Yeah.
Presents a welcome counterpoint to the all too frequent motif in popular entertainment whereby pregnancy is presented as a form of disease or an almost unbearable curse.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a parasite that breaks her in half.
I was going to say, that's what this movie is doing. What is he talking about?
Holy moly.
Melissa Rosenberg, who wrote this, addressed the perception and stated, quote, "If I could not find my way into it that didn't violate my beliefs because I am extremely pro-choice, very outspoken about it, and very much a feminist, I would not have written this movie. They could have offered me the bank and I still wouldn't have. In order to embrace it, I had to find a way to deal with it. I also had no interest in violating Stephanie's belief system or anyone on the other side."
Yeah, and you do that through the voices of the characters, which I think the movie does.
And that is the end of my segment on the abortion
All right.
message. But I want to state the Razzies that it won.
Oh, it won some Razzies?
All of them.
Oh no, nominated for. It actually very funnily lost to a movie that I forgot about. So it was nominated for Worst Picture, Worst Prequel, Remake, Ripoff Sequel, Worst Screenwriter Ensemble, Worst Director, Worst Screenplay, Worst Actor for Taylor Lautner, and Worst Actress for Kristen Stewart. The Worst Screen Couple award for either Kristen Stewart and Lautner or Pattinson were all included. But it lost all categories to the Adam Sandler movie Jack and Jill.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Which one was that?
Yeah.
He played his own twin.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
That's the one with Al
I never even
Pacino.
saw that. What?
Yeah.
Al Pacino?
Yeah. He was looking for paychecks. I think it was tax evasion.
All
I have
categories to
never seen
movie.
that. Yeah. Oh my God.
All right.
I feel like this
that
is the.
all I got.
I feel like this is the height of it's cool to hate on Twilight. now.
absolutely.
That's why I
Right.
stopped.
Yeah.
I was starting college. I was 18. I was making new friends, and I couldn't be the Twilight girl. I was like, I can't.
Gotcha.
I already
get
had
it.
a lot of other things going on. I was
Yeah.
emo. I liked Harry Potter. I was like,
Too many
I
things.
can't have any other nerdy
After
shit.
you hung out with your friends, not being your true self, when you close the door at night, did you do like a...
No, because I was dating a guy who also hated Twilight, and
What a dick.
he was a dick for a lot of reasons.
So can
we talk about the movie?
Well,
Yeah, talk about it. What do you guys think?
Our feelings?
Can I go through
Get
my-
that out of here.
Can I go through my notes with very little context?
Please
Okay, these are just bullet points.
do it.
Score bad.
We're bad.
Yes.
Anna Kendrick is us.
Oh, yes.
The whole scene, like
Oh
her,
my
like
God, she was iconic.
how far along is she? Yeah. Actors, especially the Cullens, are settled in, way more believable and charming.
Yes.
I loved this cast, from Kellen Lutz to
Kellen Lutz.
fucking the face.
Jackson Rathbone.
There you go, face. He smiled. He had like 2 funny lines. Who are these people? Because they weren't in the other 3 movies. Why include Arena? I know why they wanted to include Arena.
She comes back in the second.
Her scene was so useless
Yeah.
that it could have just been handled in the second movie where it matters.
Who's that?
Exactly.
The cousin who showed up and was like, I can't be here. They invited one of them, and you
They
find out
killed
that she
Laurent.
was dating Laurent.
So hold on.
She's
the
in
woman.
the Denali Coven, who's one of their cousins. Quote.
You mean the woman who sat through the
Maggie
entire
Grace.
thing?
Yeah.
Who sat through the entire
Wedding.
and then all of a sudden, as soon as she could get one word in, was like, I gotta go.
Well, the
Yes.
wolf.
You've been
the
here
wolves,
this whole time. This has been hours later.
No, the wolves didn't show up until the reception.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
But okay, so out of everything that happened in all of these movies so far, that seemed like the one bit that was, it's in the book, so we have to squeeze this shit in. It was so navel-gazing useless. I literally had to look up who the fuck is Laurent. And then it told me that he was hanging out with this coven with this one and they dated him with, I'm like, that is not the context of the movies whatsoever.
they didn't
and it is
really get into
absolutely
that, yeah.
useless. And I assume they're going to touch back later with like, we need your help from this coven. No, you can't because you were part of the people that killed Laurent. I get it. That shit could happen agnostic of her one scene where she's melodramatic.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Hated it. Cut it.
Cut it.
Should have been cut. Include a scene with Charlie talking about his fears for his daughter.
Yeah. Well, that I agree with for sure.
No.
Okay, so Charlie is cool and all, but he doesn't protest enough.
Agreed.
To death. For weeks, all cap, weeks, you didn't think to give the vampire baby blood? Not once?
No,
I need to get into the timeline of this is going to be a topic for the next time, the last movie. The timeline of not just Twilight, but of the pregnancy. She's pregnant for like a month.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
they
like
kind of
almost.
work it out in the movie. They were on
Yeah.
the honeymoon for 2 weeks. She gets
Yeah.
impregnated then. She's back for 2, and then they maybe like, we're going to stay here for another 3 or something. So I get it. It was like, hey, this is maybe 2 months tops.
No, I just like a month. It's crazy. They're married August, in less than a month. They're married August 13th. She gives birth September 11th.
wow.
September 11th.
Still,
There's-
you're a bunch of vampires having a vampire baby. Give
Yeah.
the baby blood.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
hey, have we tried this? No? And then the doctor is like, that's a good idea. I've been saving some aside. Speak up, homie.
I love Jasper's face when he's
Say
like, I have
something,
some O
son.
negative back here, and Jasper like turns around like, you have what?
Yeah.
I do love how Rosalie's just like,
We gotta go.
Let's go for a walk.
We gotta go. Yeah.
Alice.
Oh, Alice. I'm
Alice,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. They're all the
Raise
same.
Alice
fucking person.
erasure.
Eats baby out.
I hate that sentence.
He literally eats the baby
Eva.
out of her stomach.
Yes, we understand, and you also know the
Yeah.
the bleh of it.
I mean, well, you're focusing on the wrong like word in the like eats the baby out of her. Not yeah. Okay.
Finish the sentence.
Great
Give
horror
me 10
imagery.
more
Podcast.
seconds of that so we can make it a short.
Great. Great horror.
Don't do this to my episode.
Great horror imagery. Period.
Yeah.
The entire third act, excellent horror imagery that has been missing from all of these. That has been missing from all of these movies.
Sam
right.
commented an ellipses. dot dot dot.
Love it. Honey, we were watching it together. He eats the baby out of her. It's so fucking weird.
Keep saying it.
I'm gonna leave.
Anyway, great horror imagery. I wish there was more baby's first horror movie in all the other movies because like it was really effective. It was really cool.
Yeah.
How does vampire venom work? And what do they pull it from?
In what context do you? Oh, that
Like,
I don't know. I
he's
thought
got
that too. I'm like,
he's
is
got
it
a
like a
fucking vial
snake?
of it. It's like,
balls.
is it just
So
like
it's
like a snake? Is it like?
Yeah. So basically,
does he have to pee it out? Like, what's going on?
So I was wondering that too, because it's like instead of blood, he has venom.
Yeah.
So that's also how she explains a vampire erection is venom. But then, like, wouldn't the ejaculate turn her into? I don't know.
Wouldn't it shoot through her?
He's not Superman.
I don't know the. See, I don't know
Is
the.
it also marble?
Hey, follow-up question.
Like a
What's the
bullet.
viscosity of vampire venom in the Twilight movies?
It looks like mercury, right?
Yeah.
In the syringe.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if it's magnetic.
Ew. So
Like the T-1000?
okay, so venom is in all of his fluids, including spit, which is why they only close mouth kiss.
Oh,
In the books.
it's in his spit.
It's in like his spit and anything. It's like
But
on his teeth and his
they were
spit.
so
So
careful.
they only close. That's why in the book they only close mouth
He's
kiss.
like a
'cause
xenomorph.
His
They don't drool. They don't
his
drool.
teeth are razor sharp. So if he like even just like nicks her lip a
acid.
little
They don't
bit and
drool
gets
acid.
venom in it, she's a vampire.
So,
Hey.
so why did they think it was cool to have sex?
I don't know. I didn't read the
See, this is the whole thing we were having, the conversation we were having beforehand. The more you try and explain it, the stupider it gets.
Yes.
Just wave it away with supernatural, like, oh, it's always been
getting
like this.
yelled at
Yeah.
about vampire sex.
Also, xenomorph spit is an acid. Only their blood.
Yeah.
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 So it could have been a spit.
Okay.
I don't know.
How does Venom work?
I don't know.
I was enjoying, but also wrote down, this is some West Side Story shit with the two houses.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
It was full on West Side
Capulets,
Story
yeah.
/ Romeo and Juliet. We talked about this earlier. Why CGI actress for
No idea.
Rigatoni?
Rigatoni.
The supernatural birth in reverse was fantastic. Her being reborn as a vampire and literally seeing, like, having full recall of all visual memories.
That was cool.
Throughout her whole life. I'm like, that's fucking rad.
The fact that she was in a coma and unable to, because of
yeah.
all the morphine, unable to writhe.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if they get into that in the movies, but like they tried because Carlisle has tried to make so many vampires before, and it was always a super painful experience for them. They're like, for Bella, let's load her up with morphine and see if that works. And it didn't. It just like paralyzed her, so she couldn't express that she was in pain, and she could hear everything that was happening around her, but she was basically just immobile.
It was dope.
And she said she would never tell Edward that was her experience with it, and she would only tell Carlisle if he decided to turn another person.
Be like, hey,
Hey,
To be
don't.
like, hey, don't
Heads
do
up.
that, because she didn't want her to feel, or she didn't want Carlisle to feel guilty, and she didn't want Edward to know how much pain she was in.
Charlie sidelined hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of this entire movie was the last 15 seconds.
Her opening her.
The title treatment was more stylish than anything from any of the other movies combined. The way that they smash cut to colorful title treatment, it turned this entire experience into what it is, not some melodramatic modeling shit. It was, here's my big thesis. Twilight is Fast and Furious.
what?
Same.
It is
Family.
hang on. It is hyper specific genre schlock aimed explicitly at a like demographic about like a specific thing. You successfully do one or two of those things in a crowd pleasing way, and it's successful for its hyper specific audience. It is like hyper specific genre filmmaking, and this movie, it really fucking clicked for me. Like, this is the same muscle or the same synapse that's hit by this kind of movie or this kind of movie. And Bill Condon's choice to literally do, because the credit sequences, the end credit sequence, I think, is actually a really important part about all movies.
I don't remember it at all.
It's good.
It's fantastic. Her eyes open and it's just red, white, and like they alternate the title or the caps, different colors. It is more stylish and effective than anything else in the entire series.
Oh, okay.
And it really clicked at like, oh, these are playful movies. These aren't. I'm a 13-year-old who's like wants to feel love for the first time. They're vampire movies.
Yeah.
They're horror movies, and they're highly, very, very heightened genre
Well,
movies.
for sure, yeah.
But they were very, very heightened. I think the other three movies were very, very heightened romance movies with very little horror, 50s schlock, any of that. Like it almost they shied away from that. This movie kind of leans into it
for sure.
and it makes it a much more universal experience.
If this, for me, as someone who likes some romance, but it's not my genre of choice, I'm a very easy mark for romance, and I cry easily and stuff. I'm very sensitive. I feel like I would have enjoyed all of these more if they leaned more into the horror aspect of the story.
Which I think the third act of this movie does.
It does, yeah.
All of like everything from Jacob making his choice to protect them on. This is a beat the clock horror movie.
Yeah.
A home invasion horror movie. And it's fucking rad.
Yeah.
It just is. And my preconceived notion of these two part 1 and 2s was honestly how I felt about the Hunger Games. This didn't have to be 2 movies. You stretch the shit out. This movie, even though it's part 1, has 3 acts and closure.
Yep.
It is its own fucking movie.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be like mid-scene. No, there's finality.
Yeah.
And all the other movies ended with cute little cliffhangers. I was like, this, just don't say part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Just a new movie. Like, this is great. I enjoyed this.
This is my
I'm glad.
favorite of the Twilight movies. This is, I walked out, we finished this and I
Fucking
was like,
Is it neck and neck with
This
Eclipse?
and Eclipse are like,
Yeah.
and honestly, the third act of this movie is better than Eclipse, but I think Eclipse holistically is a better movie.
Okay.
Like tonally, it maintains its speed the whole time and it is effective. This, the music choices are terrible. It's got a bit of a rocky kind of like perspective, but then as soon as it clicks in with, it's like it had to do work to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
That was really, really janky and a little clunky. But as soon as it clicks in and like the movie decides what it wants to be, I think it's great. I think it's absolutely great.
What I love about this movie so much is that there is no outside force. This is like two families having to deal with each other. And there's no Volturi that's like stalking them. There's
just
no
like
big,
out there.
There's no
It's not a
big
thing.
bad.
Yeah.
It's just these two families, and it's a bunch of character work. And they finally get around to like the actual romance of it. I think one of my big problems with the first several movies is that it's very obvious she's in high school and he is 207 years old. And I just can't pull myself out of that. So creepy, so weird. And so the fact that they're married and she feels a little bit older and has a little bit more agency. All of those things I think blend together and make this a much more enjoyable experience for me than any of the other ones. Especially again, the third act of this just clicks in.
Yeah.
It's great.
And yeah, I want to watch the last 30 seconds again because it's just,
It's so good. That
It-
scene is
And
so
the
good.
snap.
oh, yeah.
She goes to pick something up. What is she?
She drops her blood cup.
Her blood cup. And
Which,
then she.
you know what? They're in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Styrofoam cups. Fuck off, Collins.
Yeah.
What, do you not care about the earth?
I remember we were watching and I'm like,
Nobody
where do
has
these-
a Yeti anywhere.
Where do these people who don't eat or drink, why do they have styrofoam cups in their home?
Well, I mean, he's got
Yeah.
his reserve. Fuck, I don't know.
I remember I thought the same thing. Like, where'd you guys get
That's the
entertain
prop that they
styrofoam?
bring to
To
lunch
entertain
every day.
people? What's that?
To entertain?
I guess.
With styrofoam?
It's one
Yeah.
of their props that they walk around with all the time.
You know what it
I'm
is?
a normal human.
They're like
Hello, fellow
They're
human.
like a
Hello,
bluth.
fellow
They're like
kids.
a bluth. How much is a gallon of milk? $10?
$10.
What do people drink out of? Styrofoam cups and straws? I'm sure.
Yeah,
Let's stock
you
the house
think
with
that
them.
it's bad
Yeah.
for the environment? They've had that styrofoam cup for 100 years.
But, you know what?
It still
they
hasn't
do-
degraded.
They
They
bought
do
that
purchase to
in the-
last.
in the 60s.
They purchase to
Yeah.
last. The cupboard.
it's
Cupboard for guests?
It is their
Twinkies.
only.
Just
their
fucking
only cup.
Twinkies.
It's their only cup.
That's
They've
why
had
she's
it for
always got
100
styrofoam cups.
years.
Yeah. Like, we're not going to
Wow.
reblood another cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed this experience.
Yeah.
I think it was a little rough in the beginning because some of the character betrayals, in my opinion, some of the clunkiness, had a couple of moments of like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like it really did. It started to sing, and
Yeah.
I the way it just ended. Even the post credit scene with the Volturi, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for the next one. Let's go.
We didn't watch the
Oh, we
post-credit
missed the
scene.
post-credit
We did miss
sequence.
the post-credit sequence. He gets the wedding invite.
Oh,
So he knows.
Gotcha.
Or no. Oh no,
No.
that's a different one.
It's a he
What's
gets
the-
he gets like a little the Volturi are sitting there. The one guy who's like looks like this is like well he gets a little note from his
Person.
I don't know person
Yeah.
that he kills because she is terrible with grammar. About it's basically just a paper announcement that a child was born of the Cullens,
Yes.
and they turned her like they turned her and a child
Yes,
was
they
born.
think it's an
Yay!
immoral child,
So
which
the
we'll
one
get into
kid
the
is
next one.
like.
Even though they have a 13-year-old vampire.
Yeah, the one dude is like, "Oh, great! Now we're done with them, and no big deal." And middle bitch is just, "No, they have something I want," and then it just kind of ends. I'm like, "This is great.
Cool.
It's just schlocky
Sorry, I
great."
missed it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed this.
It only goes up from here, right?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Somebody did spoil the fourth one for me.
What?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh man.
What's there to spoil?
Are you
Never
fourth
mind.
or
The
fifth
entire third act.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, this one they
yeah.
spoiled for
No,
you?
the fifth one.
Fifth one. Oh damn.
It's okay.
I don't remember it, so.
Oh, you had that spoiled?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man, that's
Shit's
the
been out for like
best
15 years.
experience. Oh my god.
It's
That
fine.
one I saw in theaters and I remember what you're talking about happening.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know what we're talking about. This is going to be great for
We're
me.
gonna talk about it
this
next
is
time.
the
This
this
is
is the
where
great
your
thing about having ADHD.
I was going to say your brain is your friend right now.
Yeah.
If you don't remember what's happening, don't look it up.
Well,
I do enjoy this movie. I do wish I saw it in theaters. I wish I wasn't embarrassed of my love of Twilight back then, which is kind of why I fully embraced all this. I tell
Well,
people
it's-
when they ask why I'm still into Twilight and my emo music, it's me being nice to my teenage self because I wasn't always nice to her when I was a teenager. So
and didn't you say that they're coming back to theaters?
yeah,
You
this-
have a chance
I have a chance
to go see it in the theater.
Fucking might.
Yeah.
I want to see that bed breaking scene in theaters. Just kidding. I want to see the birth scene in theaters.
Hum num 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 num.
I want to see the imprinting in theaters. Should we talk about the imprinting real quick?
Okay, yeah. So the reason the wolves don't end up killing the Cullens or Bella or the baby that they don't know if it's going to be an uncontrollable vampire is because Jacob imprints on the baby. And that's supposed to explain away why he was so obsessed with Bella even though he didn't imprint on her
Yeah.
because it was part of who he
Yeah,
was
so
supposed
the-
to imprint on genetically.
Every time this has
But
been
then he should have been obsessed
hang on.
with Edward a little.
Every time
Or at least a
that's
little
right.
bit because the sperm.
but I mean he is kind of obsessed with Edward a little bit, but
little
it's
bit.
it's presented as antagonism because they do whenever they're alone together, they're able to kind
there's
of
some tension.
Yeah. Anyway, the way it's always been explained to me was pure predation. All right? The way it's presented in the movie, as well as in wolf lore, is he can't even control it. It
Oh.
just happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that incorrect?
No, it's definitely not something he's in control of, but that is. I have biases when it comes to this topic.
It's totally fair.
So the way it's explained is I'll be in it's more in the books too. It's like because somebody else from the wolf pack had imprinted on a child, and in the third one, I think they bring it up, and Bella is like, that's disgusting. What do you mean? He's like, no, it's not like that. Like he had no choice. And it's like, he'll be whatever she needs him to be until she's old enough.
Ew.
And then it's like, and then she's like, but what if she, and I think Bella says something like, what if she doesn't want to be with him?
yeah.
And she's like, well, why? Jacob's like, why would he want it? Why would she want to be with anybody else though? Because he's been there for her the whole time and given her everything she needs. And that is like textbook grooming.
And that's context that I'm glad the movie doesn't have.
Yes.
Because it does like it so I'm forced to not forced to, I choose to at least try and understand what Taylor Lautner, what's his name? Jakey?
Jacob.
Jakey.
is trying to describe
Yes.
as a 15, 16-year-old idiot.
Right.
Well, why wouldn't she? Like nothing. No one will ever
Right,
love them as much as
no
that.
one will ever love you
that
as
doesn't
much
make
as
any
I
sense
do.
to you.
Yeah.
I've known you your
Not-
whole life.
They don't have a choice. Like
Yeah.
Every time it's been explained to me, paradoxically or parody wise of like people making fun of the movie, it was, just predator grooming.
Right.
But in the context
he's not, like,
of the
sexually
movie-
attracted to the baby.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Or he's like, the point of him that he doesn't choose to imprint, but the point of it is, oh shit, I'm going to love this thing no matter what for the rest of my life and the rest of its life.
Yeah.
And the movie doesn't, I don't know if the other one doesn't define that as purely sexual. It defines it as unconditional.
Yeah.
And we have another example of imprinting on two and choosing one, right?
No, not imprinting
that
on
work?
two.
Yeah.
So
They were together, but he imprinted somewhere else.
Sam didn't. So the Cullens had lived in Forks before any of the wolf pack was born. So like Jacob's dad knew about the Cullens. Then they moved away because they're nomads. They move away so that they don't raise suspicion about how they don't age.
Oh, wolves don't age?
No, the
Cullens.
vampires.
The Cullens, got it.
The wolves don't age when there's vampires around. It gets weird. So the Cullens come
Over-explaining
back.
things. It gets weird.
So Sam was dating Leah, very, very in love with her. They were dating when I think she was in high school. I think he was in high school as well. They were very, very in love. And then the Cullens come back, but I think it wasn't all of it. If there's more vampires in the area, more kids turn into wolves.
Yeah.
So Sam
universe
turned into
balance.
a wolf, and he was the only one. And then he was still with Leah, didn't tell her about this, but then Leah's cousin Emily was over one day, and he imprinted on Emily
Without
choice. And so he hated that he had to break up with Leah, but he's like, I only ever want to be
And she,
with her. And
What's her name?
Emily
Emily.
rejected him at first, like, this is insane. What are you talking about? You were dating my cousin, and they were like sisters, and it was a whole messy thing. And then she ended up falling in love with him too, and it was a whole messy love triangle.
does Leah ever break free from that?
Not that we see.
Go find your own girl.
Yeah, I know. She deserves better.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, in the context of the movie, I didn't really have a problem with it. Like, it doesn't, like, as far as I know, the books don't go into her, like, 40 years of life.
No.
So it could always just be he protects her forever. Like,
Like Obi-Wan keeping an eye on Luke,
basically.
Luke and Leia, right?
Like, they don't have to hook up
Yeah.
in my head canon. He just sees her everything and
So
will
that
be there for her.
I forgot that explains why he was so into Bella.
Yes. See, that's what makes it weird for me is like he says he's in love with Bella.
Yeah.
And then he explains that away later. It's like, oh, I was in love with you because I actually was imprinting on
Interesting.
your
On somebody
egg.
who didn't, on your egg. Yeah.
He doesn't say it like that, but
Interesting.
he's like,
Yeah.
I was in love with you because you hadn't had Renesmee yet.
Right.
And that's where it gets weird.
So Stephanie Meyer wants us to believe that this supernatural hooey-fooey transcends time and space.
Yes.
And is genetic.
Yes.
Yes.
Word. I think make it less stupid. Just like we are all buying into vampires, werewolves, packs, rules, past lives. Great. You don't have to genetically or scientifically try and hoo-ha it. It's just magic.
Yeah.
It's just magic. It's cool. It's like when reading comics. It's just like, hey, it doesn't all have to fit. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing makes
That's all
sense.
that
Nothing matters.
Yeah.
Just have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
It'll spoil the second one. So I won't say it.
We'll leave that for the next time.
We'll leave that.
Yeah.
And we're going to definitely bring this up more. In the
Anything
next
else we want to,
one.
before we,
I
it's
like
been
this
2
movie.
hours.
I like this movie.
Yeah,
Clearly.
this is my favorite Twilight
It's
so
not
far.
my favorite so far, but I wish I saw it in theaters. I enjoyed it. I liked watching it with friends. It was great.
Yeah, this was great. And also she made us, what did you make us?
Espresso martinis, pumpkin espresso martinis.
Pumpkin
I
espresso
had
martinis.
Pumpkin cold brew concentrate, and I used it to make some,
Delicious.
I guess technically not espresso
Wonderful.
martinis, but cold brew concentrate martinis, and they were very good.
They were very good.
Dope.
Thank you. All right. Do we know what we're doing next week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about it.
What is it?
Bracket.
Bracket.
We're going to have probably the greatest melee in all of horror filmdom.
Yep.
We are going to rank all 20 bracket style the combined Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th movies to see whether Freddy or Jason will
Comes
come
out on
up top.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
John Cena, but...
20 movies, including the remakes.
Awesome.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
So
I'm
yeah,
very
we're going to do a
excited.
single elimination tournament. It'll probably take up the whole time.
Okay. Yep.
So we're not going to bother with, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah.
But yeah, join us if you're in the
I
spooky
probably
times.
won't have much popping if I got to watch a lot of these movies.
Yeah,
So.
it
You don't
gives
have to-
me a reason to go
You don't
watch
have
a
to
lot of these movies.
Okay, guys, you don't have to watch. We've seen them all. Maybe some recaps.
Yeah.
Selected scenes. You don't have to.
I'm just excited.
20 movies over the. Yeah, come on, we got lives. But still, we're gonna.
I
do
don't.
It.
So.
Oh,
Wait, I didn't mean it. All right.
bring it down.
I'm trying to be
Let's
funny.
cry about it.
Thanks so
I
much for
have-
hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And we'll talk
Can you
at
be
you
our
later.
friend?
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out,
I am
Sam
all
and
about
Pink
the Twilight
Apocalypse.
sex, Sam. Thank you.
Clanking.
Clanking.
Clang,
Oh, I
clang.
just wait until next time. I'm going to bring props.
Clankers. Oh, bye.
Bye.
Young Junk!